In Season 2, Chapter 20, The Powers That Beacon, the party took one final walk with Praxis Vomalga to the edge of the first hill leading down into the Eastern Skybowl. Despite a generous last-minute offer from Orba to retain his services, our Roper Mountains guide wanted nothing to do with the forthcoming fight, so we parted ways and prepared to take the next steps on our own. The ride down the slopes that followed was a little rockier than our first attempt, both literally and figuratively, and Safira in particular had trouble adjusting to the more difficult terrain. We emerged in what our map had labeled as Zone B3, with a few scrapes and bruises. But what was more notable were the cloven hoofprints we spotted on the way down, perhaps indicating the presence of more wildlife native to these higher elevations. Putting that information in our back pocket for now, we unbuckled our slides and made for the nearest peak, one of the tallest in the whole Skybowl, hoping that we'd have a good vantage point from which to chart our course. Hours passed, and the relative emptiness of the region suited us just fine, allowing us to make fairly good time, even though our hike was consistently uphill. When we reached a clearing in the glade, however, there were more imprints in the snow that made us feel we were being followed, or at the very least, observed, and the feeling was amplified when mischievous laughter was heard emanating from the tree line. When we thought we'd located the source of the giggling, it turned out to be just a snowman. But with such a manifestation of absurdity in an area so remote, keyed Graven into the possibility that we were dealing with a satyr. Half man, half goat, and fully unpredictable. Presuming that a native might have insight about frightening creatures wandering through their neighborhood, we made an effort to play along with his hijinks. But an innocent snowball fight turned into a suddenly hazardous affair, as the trickster brought snow golems to life to fight for his side. Being pelted and slapped with ice and compacted snow didn't quite have the charm we'd anticipated, but a steady diet of magic to wear the golems down gave Erland an opening to track the satyr's footprints and disrupt the invisibility that he'd used to evade our detection. Insisting that he never intended to cause serious harm, the man identified himself as Marcus of the Mountain. And the more we learned about him, the more his outward whimsy veered into the realm of the unsettling. Marcus recognized Graven from the same long-ago hunting trip that Praxis had referenced when we first met, and though he told a tale of his friend's murder at Graven's hands, he did so in a strangely unaffected way that made us unsure of whether he could be relied upon. He did have a little bit of insight regarding the possessed Goliaths, but of more interest to us was his ability to turn not only himself, but others invisible. An incredible scouting tool that we unfortunately learned wouldn't last long enough to be of use at this particular moment. And even if it was, you'd have to trust Marcus not to dispel it at an inopportune time. When we eventually left his company, we had some lingering concerns that by letting Marcus know what we were searching for, we'd inadvertently given him a way to find us later. But trying to predict his erratic behavior was futile, so we left the clearing and started to move toward the D and E zones of the Skybowl. A third attempt at using the slides was our most challenging yet. A litany of bumps, collisions, and crashes that got us thinking about stopping to rest even before the sun had set. Not wanting to miss our window of opportunity, however, we vowed to reach the top of the next hill before making such arrangements, and on our way up, got our first glimpse of some haggard-looking Goliaths in the distance, a sign that we might be getting close to our quarry. With the sky darkening and the wind howling, we failed to find a suitable shelter to fully restore our energy, but did our best under the circumstances to regain some small bit of strength and resolve. When the sun finally dipped behind the Rapra peaks, we put our eyes to work, and it was Erland who detected the unnatural sweeping flash of light to the north. The cold light walker. We were certain of it. While making our final arrangements, Graven asked for a bit of privacy and beseeched the pantheon of the meddling gods for help with a missing spell component. And the rest of us waited to see who might heed his call, and we wondered. Is it possible we are mercifully coming up on our last ride using the long slides? Would a wrench be thrown into our plans if we hear another disembodied giggle on our approach to the cold light walker? And what new facetious puzzle might Boofmere require us to complete to earn the benefit of his favor? We find out now, in Season 2, Chapter 21, of A Peek Beneath the Veil. Following a prolonged string of silence, a dejected feeling sets in that makes you feel hot at the back of your ear. Infuriating and embarrassing at the same time. To not have a direct prayer to the God you serve answered, that is one thing, but to be ignored entirely is another. When you've all but abandoned the prospect of receiving divine assistance, it's Bufmir's voice that comes through the void, unexpected, to be sure. For though he certainly has the power to assist, it's unclear why he would. Does he have a specific demand in mind? Or does he simply relish the thought of stepping in, where his other meddling brethren would not? These questions race through your mind as you stand facing your companions on the hilltop. So as you were faced away, you sort of gave up and turned back. So now you're facing them, still a little bit of distance away. Distance enough between you to avoid being heard if you spoke at a low volume. But with that kind of far-off look in your eyes that the rest of you have seen a number of times before on your journey. The look of a man sort of listening to words coming from somewhere beyond.
Don't look at me all Jesus Christ.
I forget. Who was it that most recently helped you reunite with your friends in the Ebwoods crater?
It was you.
Your methods of showing appreciation are subtle. So subtle it's like they almost don't exist. I can see why Kuuzni isn't terribly fond of you anymore.
It was insulting enough. I thought it would be insulting to ask you third.
Excuses make me weary. You should own your mistakes. Just say, I stink like flatulence, and my dumb brain made a mighty mess of things.
Will that get you to bless this water? Then I will say it.
Maybe.
I stink and I'm a dum-dum.
That's not what I said.
I stink like flatulence and...
I stink like flatulence.
I stink like flatulence.
And my dumb brain.
And my dumb brain.
Made a mighty mess of things.
Made a mighty mess of things.
What's that, Goliath?
Hold it up.
Goliath.
Under my breath.
Perfect. Those are the kinds of words that bring respect to a man's name.
I'm holding up a hand to them.
Sure.
Now, what is it you were looking for? And speak plainly. I'll have none of that flowery prayer language. I find it grandiloquent and superfluous.
I would have you bless this water. I need holy water in order to defeat an undead creature that we are going up against.
Like me to turn a bag of nothing into something of value. Not a small ask, but not a monumental one.
I swear that it is not for personal gain. It is only to defeat this thing.
Well, I think that a public display of your appreciation would be appropriate. Normally, I like to have others watch, but we're a bit alone here on the mountains. We'll have to make do. Which of your friends is the best dance partner, do you think?
I don't know.
Guess!
Erland.
Well then, have a dance for old Bufmir, would you? And let's make sure, even if there's no one to see it, that it's a performance worthy of the gods. Should be no problem for a worldly man such as yourself. And I think you already know this one.
And a little bit of noise comes through your ears. And you're not the only one that hears it. A tune starts to emanate in the area, and the rest of you hear it. You haven't been hearing a voice talking to Graven, but everyone hears the sound. And as if Graven is like a speaker, like it's coming from him.
Is the Goliath possessed again?
Is that normal?
And the sound that comes through is that of Bremise Yord's voice.
Oh my god.
That echoes throughout the hill.
Oh my god.
A song heard once before at the Upa Ale House. A light, charming tune about the god of Niajet and the young girl who walked through the woods and found the desecrated ground. You remember her singing it there in the little open amphitheater of the courtyard.
Was there there wasn't a dance that coincided with it? Everybody was pretty quiet.
Yes, it was mainly just her playing and people watching. There wasn't a dance. This was not the one where everyone stood and was kind of marching back and forth to it.
This one was Still.
Graven,
Are you all right?
is everything... Should we be worried?
Erland.
Things can hit
Erland.
us?
Yes, yes.
Come here.
I'll slowly approach, thinking that he might attack me. Are you all right? Are you on your right mind?
Yes. I promise that this is for our protection. And I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna grasp one of his hands.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing?
I promise.
I need you to explain what's happening.
I need you.
Are you sacrificing me to your god?
I need you to dance with me. I'm
still wearing
hand.
snowshoes too.
I'm gonna grab his other hand and just start doing like a couple of like and like away and in and up.
Goliath, what is happening?
And then I'm gonna take one hand and spin him.
And as you're doing the moves, as you begin to make the dance, you hear Boofmir also like singing along. Sort of singing along with the tune.
Take one hand out.
And as you hear Boofmir sing, some of the lights in some of the trees in the vicinity like pulse and light all around you, kind of different colors as if using the light cantrip that you know. And sort of a dull
We're all
green.
seeing this?
Yes, the trees kind of one at a time.
Is it working?
I don't know.
Erland starts to dance with more fervor. Say,
I need you guys to give me performance checks.
Performance.
I think I've lost my mind.
7. Natural 1.
With Erland's kind of flat-footedness with the snowshoes, at one time Graven kind of trips over his foot, and the two of you kind of have to steady yourselves.
Wait,
and
one moment.
Yes.
Erland, I'm going to take off my snowshoes. I assume that I would have learned a couple dances in my youth.
you have danced.
All right.
Seeing him do that, I'm gonna remove my shield into the snow, mace off into the snow.
Looking around at the lights, Goliath, follow my lead. All right? And I'm going to sort of take him, and I'm going to try and lead him in a traditional dance that I learned as a
you do
youth.
so. Perception checks for the two of you not dancing.
Safira sitting there like, I
There's
swear
a
I wasn't
snowman
drinking.
winding it.
Oh my god, natural 20. 7.
It's hard to look away from the scene that's happening in front of you, but out of just the back of your ear, the sound kind of washing over you from one direction, you hear kind of sounds of something approaching in the snow, and you look quickly behind you, and an owl comes and lands on a branch. Another like deer pokes its head out between the trees. There's a hare that kind of bounces its way up. These animals all kind of come slowly approaching the little circle here in the glowing, lighting trees.
We are Disney princesses.
And with the natural 20 roll, each animal you see, their eyes are arranged in this triangular pattern. 2 eyes on the bottom and 1 on top. The 3-eyed Boofmir animals that start to slowly come in from all directions. 1 moose, 1 kind of white-haired fox. There's a elk, all kinds of animals that slowly start to approach. And as you're looking at them, they don't seem to be, they're tentatively approaching. They don't seem to kind of be charging or anything. But it does occur to you that in the sort of dark of the mountains here, like you saw a flash of light from the Cold Light Walker, there's visibility here. You start to grow a little concerned about the visibility of what's happening here, because you guys are right on the top of that little peak there in the zone that you guys
So
are.
being concerned about that, I want to kind of stand at the edge of where I see this light circle kind of happening.
Okay.
With my bow kind of out.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like draw it, but I just want it accessible to me.
Sure. Great. Performance checks again. For the two of you.
I am leading him. A long time since I've done this dance. But I rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
It's another natural 1.
I rolled a 19.
Faster now! Never disappoint your audience.
Oh, no.
Seems you could have picked up a thing or two over your years. Something a little more upbeat, perhaps.
And a different song starts to play, a faster kind of tune that brings up the energy a little bit, and again, the animals kind of creep a little bit closer.
Can I kind of signal to Orba as this is happening and say, other side of the circle, we need to watch ourselves making a scene?
seeing that Graven's really struggling to dance, I want to try and pick a dance that maybe involved, it was like maybe a courtship dance. One where like I would be trying to impress my partner and the partner would have simpler moves.
Okay.
Oh!
So like I sort of go, trust me, Goliath, and I sort of step back and I sort of start a more courty dance to sort of seduce.
All right, you guys begin to dance. Give me another performance check as you start the sort of faster dance here.
To like back away from them, but can't quite pull her eyes away as she gets to the perimeter.
11.
15.
There we go.
15.
Okay.
Great. Performance checks again from the other, from you two. From
Oh,
Safira and
perception.
Oh,
I mean-
perception. Jesus.
It's like, we're in dancing. Like,
Did I
oh,
say perception?
performance.
Yes.
They're
Oh my
luring.
god,
That's
dirty
my
20.
Third, 7th.
Dirty 20.
So this time you hear a little more noise coming again from like down the hill. And again, by now there must be a dozen or more animals that are sort of lurking on the edge of this little opening here on the top of the hill. And this time you hear just what sounds like a little bit of heavier steps. And that doesn't seem unusual yet. You've seen like a moose appear, and that's a heavier creature. But just something about it seems off to you. It's not like 4 legs, it might be 2. And you kind of, you're tingling in the back of your neck, just that kind of extra sense. And you look down, and like slowly moving between a couple of the trees is a humanoid, a thin kind of humanoid-looking figure who's sort of quietly.
Goliath looking. Kind
It's
of
dark,
figure.
so it's hard to tell, and even with dark vision, you can't see like color and stuff from.
I'm assuming he can hear me, right?
If you shouted, yeah. I mean, he's still probably 50 feet off or so, but something humanoid is approaching from.
Okay,
down
can
the
I
hillside
kind of
there.
move like 10 or 15 feet sort of in that direction?
Sure, you can.
And then so I don't have to throw my voice quite as far
Yes, you
and
can.
just.
Oi, stop right there. That's far enough.
No response. And you can't see them, but you saw kind of the tree that they moved behind. So a tree maybe 35, 40 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm just then keeping my like arrow drawn. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep it like.
Great. So while that's happening, we'll pivot back to the top. Performance checks once more.
Thank you, Erland.
5.
3.
My performance modifiers.
The natural 2.
The dance continues on, and the speed of it is tripping you up a little bit, even with the kind of call and response sort of courtship dance that Erland's kind of going for. It's just difficult in the depth of the snow, and without knowing the moves, there's just hitches. You're bumping into each other kind of a couple times, and you can sense that Bufmir can tell the kind of frustration building inside you as it's happening.
Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is awfully shit, isn't it?
I am truly trying my best.
Well, you need the holy water badly enough, do you?
Yes.
I suppose I could oblige under one condition, since you failed to impress. You let me substitute some of your prepared spells for ones that I think are more Bufmir appropriate.
How many?
Half. I want to see you having fun out there with whatever you're doing.
I cannot.
Okay.
Please, something else.
The music stops.
No.
And literally like a spell was released. All the animals, like their transfixed sort of faces drop, and one of the owls flies away, the elk kind of skitters away, the hair
I'm watching that
disappears.
tree then.
And one of the animals kind of runs kind of past that tree, and you see like just a head turn very quickly and then duck back. Like he heard footsteps and thought maybe it was a person, but it turned out to be just a creature.
I can still see you.
So all the animals have kind of scattered off. The music has stopped. It's sort of quiet on the hillside here. You can hear now that the music has stopped. You hear Safira say that like I can still see you or hear.
Get your things. I'll explain later. Get your things.
Orba dashes over to Safira.
Yep.
Snowshoes away.
I think there's a Goliath behind that tree. Just saw him poke his head out. Not sure if it's a Goliath, just skinny person-looking thing. I don't know.
While they're talking, can I try and sneak around?
You can.
So that if they hear Safira talking, they won't see me coming, maybe? Like if they're against a tree and Safira's talking that way, I want to kind of walk around that way. A
Okay,
little bit.
sure.
So
Give me a stealth check. Yeah.
I'll start walking straight down towards it slowly.
Okay. Give me a stealth check also.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Oh, there we go.
10.
Oh my
Great.
gosh.
Okay, so Graven, I mean, Erland's moving quicker to try and like do a kind of loop around, and Graven's sort of slowly, and it's downhill a little bit. It's not like a steep slope, but you're moving kind of quietly down because you're coming down from the top of the hill, and you see out of the corner of your eye, you watch as Erland kind of quietly and quickly circles around. And you can hear as you get closer just a little bit of like shifting as their back is kind of scraping against the tree as they're trying to kind of get a look as best they can.
I know we've made a spectacle of ourselves, but no need to be afraid. Where did you come from?
Still going?
Continuing.
All right, and you can see Graven approach. So Graven going more direct, we'll say you get within 10 feet, and you're probably 15 feet away because you went around.
Can I see Graven? Can I give him like a...
I've got a hand on my
And
mace.
he's looking over, now that you've looped around, this sort of pale gray, not quite emaciated, but certainly thinner than Graven. Like, you can tell he was at once muscular and has now, like, shriveled down a little bit simply from sort of famishedness.
I'm going to point at Graven and say...
We just want to find out
And as Graven's talking...
what it is going on up here.
And as you come around the corner, you can see clutched in his two hands is like an axe, but it's not like a battle axe. It looks like a wood chopping axe. Like it has kind of a tapered handle in a way that you'd use to consistently cut wood. So he's kind of holding it against his body there, looking over his shoulder.
Can I try and close distance very fast and grab the axe from him?
You could. Is that what you'd like to
As
do?
he's talking, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying there right before this?
I see him running full speed at him. I'm gonna take a few steps around the corner and whip my mace at him.
Okay, give me an attack roll. You kind of converge at the same time, and you can hear Graven kind of coming, and he kind of lifts up the axe, and we'll say you converge at that time. Give me the attack roll first.
23.
That will hit. Roll for damage.
D explodes. 7 bludgeoning damage.
7 bludgeoning damage. Great, and then give me a contested athletics check for the, and you give it, since he hit him, give it with advantage, right? Because he was able to give him a good smash.
Okay.
11.
14. So you get boom, hit with the mace, and Erland grabs his axe at the same time. He wrenches it out of your hands. I need everybody to roll initiative for me. Just a quick little skirmish here on the hillside.
God damn.
Oh my god, that's a natural one.
Wow. Well,
We're getting him out early.
Guys.
Sure. 20 to 25. 15 to 19.
18.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Off to a
10 to
start.
14.
10. Seriously, guys?
Yep. Sorry.
What else we got?
6.
5.
Cool. Hey,
Cool.
the spread doesn't matter. Spread doesn't matter.
Cool.
Orba was last.
So it goes the Goliath, Graven, Erland, Safira, Orba.
Okay, so there's a quick moment where he just swings and he takes the axe and he's gonna attack you. You drop your shield, by the way. I need you
Oh,
to.
I said I'd gather your things. I picked up all my stuff.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No.
I didn't say the word shield.
Gather things, yeah. That's okay. That's
what I meant.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll still hit.
Matters not.
Yeah, somehow.
It does 4 slashing damage. You can feel as it kind of just clips you, it's kind of a dull blade. A couple things strike you. One, this is not like a battle weapon. It's being used sort of improvisationally right now as he saw the flashing lights from a distance and approached. And it looks like it's been used extensively to like chop wood recently. Like it looks, the blade itself, it doesn't like sort of pierce the skin cleanly. It has kind of a hard cut that kind of scrapes and gashes at the same time. And the next up is Graven there.
There's no need to fight. There's no need to fight. Who are you?
Back at him with another mace hit.
Are you gonna attack?
18.
That hits. Roll for damage. He's wearing very simple kind of
4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The next up is Erland.
Non-lethal, nunchaku attack.
Okay.
He's gonna kill him with this. Try to roll for a spell slot.
That is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
God, these guys have way
That
more
is
HP than I
6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, how
6
we done so
bludgeoning damage.
17
total?
right now, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my extra unarmed attack.
Great.
This guy isn't.
Is this still non-lethal?
Still non-lethal, yes. 14 to hit.
That will hit. Yeah, he doesn't have like real. He doesn't have a shield. He doesn't. He's like very simple.
Another 4
thick cloth
4
armor.
bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage. Okay, I need you to.
Does he look? He looks emaciated, or?
I need you to. Yes, he does. I need you to do your non-lethal roll here.
How do we do that again?
It's the damage of the hit, which was 4. Yep. And you need to roll higher than 3 plus that. So
With the
7.
D20?
Yeah, with a D20.
So 7 or
Was it
higher.
3 plus
Ruh-roh.
That's definitely the mechanic, but I can't remember if it was that plus. That sounds high to me. I think the intention was to reward light hits. I think you just need to roll higher than the amount of damage you did.
So 4 or higher, or
Yes.
higher than 4.
4 or higher. Matching it is always succeeding.
6.
Great.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
So, and he kind of slumps back against the tree. The axe falls out of his hand into the snow.
Look for others.
And he hits the ground, and he starts to slide a little bit just on the slope of the hill.
Yeah, as soon as he hits the ground, I'm gonna run up to where they
Sure.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
We're out of
Search,
initiative
search
order.
the body quick here.
He has nothing on him. He has ripped sort of cloth hide armor clothes. He had the dull sort of
No money,
woodcutter
no
axe.
rations, like nothing.
Is anyone else around? Do we hear anything? See?
Give me a perception check. Everybody can give me this.
14.
Jesus.
21.
5.
Everybody, after grabbing him, everybody kind of comes to a grinding stop. 2 of you are like holding each of his feet, and his face is like going downhill, and you all stop. No other sounds at all.
What does this guy look like specifically? Does he have...
What specifically?
Is he short and stout with tattoos of lightning? Or
No.
does he have... Okay. Or does he have long arms and longer hair?
No.
Okay.
Shaved head, and sort of tall and thin with a shaved head.
I saw you pulling your punches. Do you think you killed him?
No, I don't think I did. And I'm gonna sort of check. He's still breathing, I assume.
I'm gonna hold up my mace. If I land a killing blow with this, there's a chance I could get back some of my magic right here.
Me too, actually.
What?
If I do it, if I kill him, I also might.
Are you missing any? Did you use any?
I'm not missing any, but I would be able to expend something without much energy at all.
Orba, pass me the spyglass. You to determine who murders this man, Safira. And I'm gonna go to back to the lookout.
Okay.
To
Take your head uphill a little bit.
see where we saw them working, to sort of look with Safira to see if we see anything.
Give me a perception check. Your dark vision
Am I
only
giving a
goes.
perception check
You
too?
can both do it with advantage because of the spyglass. But I will also say you guys only have dark vision out to 60 feet, so you might see the moon's out, so you can see shapes.
And also, is the light still going around?
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
it's not.
It flashed like that's the thing. It flashed like once around and then stopped.
Oh,
that's
shit.
why you kind of caught it and
Oh.
had to tell everyone. Like it's
Thing
not
I rolled
flashing.
perception.
It's not a sure thing.
No, I know. Well, neither is mine.
14. As far as you can tell, certainly within the close vicinity that you can see more clearly, and the area that you first saw them chopping wood, you see no movement in any of those areas. So you're not seeing any kind of. Doesn't look like he was with a group or had any kind of backup or anything. Okay. Someone that was sort of out and saw the flashing lights and wandered his way up the hill here. Rules.
After reducing a creature to 0 hit points, am I even doing that?
So because he's because it was a non-lethal hit, he's basically like remaining at 1 hit point, unconscious.
So
yeah, if
my
you
understanding
kill an unconscious person,
I would trigger this.
Trigger
Okay.
that, yeah.
If yours is a more sure thing, then do it. But I have a chance to cast another healing spell, possibly, if this works.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to be killing a lot of things, so go ahead.
Right in that skull.
Safira and I like flinch.
A wet kind of smash, and it's too dark out to see the color, but you see the black streak sort of across the snow there. You may roll for your...
Lift up the mace and see some of the energy swirling.
So for those who don't know, Graven has sort of a homebrew magic item mace where if he rolls a 10 on a d10, he restores a spell slot there for getting a kill.
8. Let's go. We shouldn't linger here much longer.
Will you help me carry him to the hill?
Yes.
We'll both pick him up.
Okay.
Try to get him up.
You guys take it to the top of the hill then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about this. Fuck. Thank you.
You're welcome.
takes a little bit of effort. Even in his sort of thinned state, he's a larger sort of humanoid, so he's heavy, but yeah, you guys slowly carry him up the hill.
Place him face up on the kind of the middleest part of the peak there. Kind of position his arms at his sides and his feet and snow on his face. Maybe close his eyes.
Facing the sky up there, what's left of his eyes.
And in giant rest, brother. Come on.
Did it work?
No.
There's no one moving.
Let's get down the slope. We've already drawn enough attention to ourselves up
Why
here.
was I dancing?
In a moment. Come on. And get my board out.
He grabs their boards, starts to strap in. A little sort of confusion and feeling of uneasiness among the group as everyone sort of locks their feet into the slides there.
Still glancing every once in a while around where we saw that thing. Do we see it every...
It's no, and it's very hard for you to see. You don't even have dark vision. I mean, there's moonlight, so there's some light, but it's difficult.
So it was with the spyglass that we saw the...
No, I saw it with my naked eye.
Oh, you did?
You just
the beacon?
followed.
With the light, yeah. And you caught a glimpse of it after Erland pointed it out to you. But it's not doing it now. It's not like a constant thing right now, as far as you can tell.
Yeah. Was that not the other way around? Was I not the first one that saw it?
No,
I think Erland was the one who saw it.
I saw it first. Okay. Let's strap in, boys. Yeah, getting ready to slide down towards in the direction that we
21 HP for that Goliath at max.
21 HP.
What's how much HP we did?
So I'm going to bring up.
Hey, that's the number of the chapter.
I also wanted to say something before we started going down the
please
slope.
do.
We were about to bring up the
Yes, go ahead.
the boards.
Go ahead.
So Orba's gonna be sitting, strapped in, ready to go. Her butt's gonna be on the snow though, and she's just gonna kind of like sit out looking over the hill. Take a breath. Okay. Jillian once told us that we were going to be on the right side of history. And while I know she thought that to be true, I don't know if she knew the scale of it. After today, we'll have a grander chance of being on the right side. Fuck the mall affairs. Damn the harvesting yards. And to hell with anybody who thinks that they can interfere with our lives simply because they have the power to. I am comforted that you all are here with me. Let's finish this. And she's gonna get up. She's gonna keep her board like perpendicular to the slope for a sec. She's gonna turn back to everybody before turning down the slope. Okay, by the way, one last thing. I have to get the final hit on the creature or this is all in vain. Okay, see you down there! And she's gonna go ahead and start snowboarding down.
She leaves the three of you sort of at the edge of the...
Shit, Erland's gonna jump down. Son of a bitch.
All right, I need everybody to have on hand once again perception, athletics, acrobatics. So a couple of.
I'm gonna try and tackle you the entire way.
What did you say?
I need to steal a pen again, please.
You.
Where are you guys kind of trying to aim direction?
So we saw the light
my God.
just in like the bottom left corner of E1.
Now that I know how to do this, let me mark it out. Yeah, so you saw the light kind of, because it didn't look like you saw the origin of the light. You saw like a beam kind of sweep across. So it looks like the light came from somewhere between these two peaks, because you didn't see the origin. And you guys are here at the moment.
Do we want to go to the left of them?
Yes, you guys are basically like deciding whether to go here or to go here.
The left was where we saw the Goliaths.
That would be closer to where you saw them chopping wood.
The left would be closer
to where they were
I
chopping.
think we should go to the right.
To the right?
So we avoid
Was the light moving clockwise or counterclockwise?
Clockwise.
Like, was
Think
that
of it in my head.
Was that it like turning to go in that direction? Because we would have seen it if it was looking and moving. We would still see the light.
Tell where it's moving.
Right, no, but if it emits light out of its face.
Was it
But it
like a
could
pretty
be
constant, like, was it lighthouse-esque movement where it was just
You
like
didn't see it, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, if it was like a beam that swept across and then
If it was emitting light out of its face,
Just the one
and it was
time.
walking
Yeah, it
this
did like
way,
one
you would still see
rotation.
the light.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it
Right?
was doing this, but like constantly, so it,
was
wouldn't have been
one
his face.
swivel.
But I
It could have
gotcha.
just been
Right, that's what I'm
standing
saying.
there
If he was
looking.
swiveling this way, then he would at least be moving this way.
Or just looking. He might have just been like, "Who's there? No one."
I don't think we can make any assumptions.
Which way did Orba go?
Orba, where are you
actually?
leading them? That's what I'm gonna ask you.
Well, Orba doesn't know how to read a topography map.
Oh, no.
You're going
so-
down into a little valley either
Right.
way. It doesn't matter.
This
The terrain's the same.
This is the key. We're going down. Do we want to go
turn this
closer
Yeah,
to
no,
where
I
we've
got it.
definitely
Yes.
seen things, or closer to where we might be able to sneak up better?
If we were to
Maybe.
go down toward the direction of the Goliaths, is there a plateau there as well, or are we like snowboarding past them and like making kind of a
No, in between these peaks, there's like little sort of flat valleys that you're gonna come to one of those no matter what.
Orba's gonna go
Like this is a little valley here.
valley.
Yeah.
This is a little valley here. So
Okay.
yeah, you're going into a little valley either way.
Orba's going towards the Goliaths.
Okay, so to sort of veering off to the left in the direction of where you heard or where you saw the Goliath sort of chopping wood down
Yeah.
there. Okay, that is the direction you guys start to head. Everybody have their things on hand. Does everyone have their own dice tray
Yes.
once again? So you can
Yes.
roll in your own thing.
I like your little arrows. It's like a Super Bowl Sunday thing.
Yeah, it's
We
like
turn our screens on.
you may
The
turn the
center
screen
opens
on.
up a lane
Yep.
right here, and the running back has an option here to drive left or right.
That was
A
very-
couple little wrinkles on this one. There are moments now where you can choose between two skills, and it's very clear when that happens. It'll say like F/acro if it's one of those two, and the die is also two different colors. Like it has that little red, green, or blue die depending on what kind of check it is.
Okay.
So just
Feels
use
like
the one
it's
that
gonna make
you
it
have a
more
better
complicated.
modifier for. It's only good for you because you can pick the
Right.
one that you want.
Okay.
If we can pay attention.
Yes, if you can pay attention. The little arrows that pop up that are like sort of quick time maneuvers, write them in the order that they appear on the screen. Not the order. Like if they're in a weird pattern, make sure you do it in the order that they appear on screen.
Oh
You're a
shit.
bad person.
And the last thing is, there's going to be a choice at one moment that you will see.
Oh god.
Okay,
I choose life.
so
I choose 20.
you're gonna have your regular sort of form to fill out,
Yeah.
and then I need you to put these two face down on the table. There's a 1 and a 2.
Oh my god.
Put them face
God.
down so you can see the 1 and the 2.
Yep.
And there will be a point at which you sort of choose your route, and I'm telling you this ahead of time so you don't, we don't have to pause in the middle of it.
Oh, we're gonna get
so
split up.
keep that.
Okay,
that one you can look at, and keep the other two
all-
face
all
down.
three
Those
are
are all
mine.
you.
Okay,
Yep, those are all.
Can we watch, like, are we going down kind of like we are?
It's very dark.
Okay.
Go ahead and pass that
Pass
along.
me
Don't
I probably
be a
shouldn't
little-
light my...
Wait. So we each need one.
You each
of
need
these?
3. Yep, you're
Look
good.
at those.
The one that's face up, keep
Until
that
you
face.
make a
Yep.
decision.
And then it's 1, 2. Put them down.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
Look this.
And put 1 on your left and 2 on your right.
One
One
on
on
my
the
left,
left.
Yep.
2 on my right. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. And
There's no way I can roll another 1. It's impossible.
Oh yeah, it's impossible statistically. Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out ahead of time because I always forget to do so. This was off of GoPro's channel, so shout out to GoPro.
Shout out to GoPro.
The skier is Leo Talifer, who's going to take us on a little journey here through the Roper
Leo,
Mountains.
don't let us down, buddy.
yeah.
Please
So
don't.
GP.
All right, so let's bring up.
Shut up, Papa.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared.
So Orba's the first one to go. She says her thing, scoots off, kind of shoots out into the distance. Make sure that you just kind of focus on which check it is, because again, there is a choice sometimes. But take it easy, relax.
What?
Enjoy.
Relax.
Your shoot down the mountain. All right, everybody.
distracted.
Here we
Oh my
go.
god. Oh my 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 god.
Oh
it's
my
so-
My phone
God.
went black.
Oh, it's
Oh my
dark.
God, it's
Oh,
dark.
it's nighttime.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. This is stupid. This is already stupid. This is already bad. I
Holy
perceive nothing.
shit.
Moving through the dark of night here down the slopes. Shooting off a little jump here.
Oh,
That's a natural one.
oh, that's terrible.
Gross.
Hits the ground. Another jump as you go off another little ledge.
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Oh shit!
Hit the ground.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh.
Perception or acrobatics?
All right, arrows.
You come out from around this bend, and it looks like couple quick maneuvers. Couple more quick maneuvers.
Wait,
There was another one?
You get to a point here where you can choose between the left and the right direction.
even see the other one.
Left is 1, right is 2. Pick your direction. Follow that side of the screen.
Oh my god!
It's
Oh
left or
my
right.
Oh my god!
Follow that side of the screen,
Yup.
depending on if you're left or right.
Yup.
It's not arrows for everyone. It depends on which one you chose.
Oh my god, that's a natural 1.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tight squeeze for those who took the left path.
That
not
is. I started off so strong.
Your guys' path is harder.
Come on.
This is so bad now. I started so bad.
God. Cursed
Oh my
God.
god.
Oh my god! Oh my
Who
god!
went left?
Nothing.
I went
but-
left.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's too bad fucking roll.
Oh my god!
Pick up my dead body, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
Flattening out a little
Oh god,
bit.
there's a jump.
Come the fuck on. Different die.
Make this path my bitch.
Oh, that's terrible.
Last one. Last one. Last one.
Terrible. I'm sliding
Come on,
on this
Daddy-o.
down my with my bum.
Natural.
Fuck me.
That was
Fucking
terrible.
balls.
That was terrible.
What happens at the end? I get hit by an arrow in the face.
You
There's a
slide down to the bottom. So a little different, more
my
difficult in the dark
God.
of night. Harder
Oh
to
my
gauge
God.
the
Matt,
turns.
Why are you trying to kill us?
Wow.
I didn't even see that second arrows on the first.
I don't even
No,
know.
You were
I
meant to.
just
It was intentionally.
I'm guessing.
If you just got a couple of them,
So
then that's
upsetting.
good. You weren't supposed to get all. The point was that it was supposed to be a very quick sort of series of maneuvers. Go ahead and add up your scores.
Oh my god.
Started so strong. It's unreal.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
And it went right off the
I
cliff.
didn't even start.
Holy.
I rolled 2 natural 1s on that second one.
Oh, very good.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes.
Again, we're still getting out the bad roll.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, fuck my.
Yeah, that backhand was bad.
Yeah.
Who took which path, if you can interrupt?
I took right.
Oh, you're the one who took right?
Safira was the only one who took the right.
What does that mean?
They came out at the same spot.
Oh,
It was
God.
just sort of which terrain you chose. You
Yeah.
chose the easier path.
I did.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was
Serious?
like,
Was right
oh.
easier?
Yeah, the right path was easier.
Oh my god. Not
Cool.
fair.
All right, let's
I
hurry
still
this shit up so I know how fucking wrecked I am, please. Let's just move this along.
Do you have your score?
You need.
So add up both the left path and the initial.
Okay, 97.
Oh wait.
Total?
Wait.
Yes, dude.
Wait. Both,
Total?
this and this get out of
Yes,
it?
add up because there's a spot for the grand
I
total at the very end. So add up the two of those.
God. First you
Total?
make us dance, then you make us fall down the mountain.
I think I got 5 out of those 8. Because I
So you have your total.
136.
Oh my god, I'm so fucked.
Not that good.
It's alright. We'll just take another short rest.
My second round was 1,
97.
4, 9, 5,
97.
1, 16.
1, 4.
Oh, okay.
Only
well,
one double-digit number out of 6.
Wait. What were your
can't believe-
guys' scores?
Bad.
Don't worry.
What was yours?
147.
Yeah, that's better than both of us.
Why am I so bad at this?
It's your
You guys chose
modifier.
the hard
I
one.
get- I got-
I'm like,
choose
I'm
my
nervous. Like, I'm
modifiers.
double checking my math.
I
because
got
you guys
to
all,
add
I did
5,
167.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Definitely possible. That's
167.
That's not out of the.
Jesus, you are gonna pick me up from death.
Okay, you're gonna tell me. Let's do left trail first. You're gonna tell me how many you got wrong.
Oh,
of the
not main
boxes.
trail, left trail.
Yeah, let's do main trail first, so everyone can do it. Okay, and tell me how many you get wrong. So the first sequence was left, right, down, up,
Yep. Got all those.
and the second sequence was up, left, left, down.
Didn't even guess.
Got 4
Didn't
wrong.
even see
4
it.
wrong.
Totally missed it. I got 4
I missed the
wrong.
whole second.
I missed the whole
3
second.
wrong. Sorry, what was it? 2
wrong
and
of the
4.
whole
4 wrong, yeah. I just missed the second one.
Okay. Now, left trail people only. Up, up, down, up. And down, down, right, up, up.
I got them all right.
All
Maybe. When I see them.
Graven 0,
I have no
0,
excuse for
Erland
getting
1
mine
wrong. And Safira, the only right trail one was right, up, right.
Yeah, I got 2.
You got 2 wrong.
I died. Yeah, I excuse
I did.
What's your mathematics?
It's
She
plus
had to
6.
make
I just
5
rolled
roll.
shitty.
All right, an
That's
acceptable score
perception, athletics, perception.
was 137.5 for the left trail people.
What was yours?
136. Well, yours got lessened by wrong answers too. And then acceptable for the right trail was 150. The 2 people that came out ahead on acceptable were Erland and Safira. Both
Oh wait,
came out
I was
acceptable.
not acceptable. If it was right trail was 150, I was 147. And I missed
yes.
up, so I did.
Okay, you were just unacceptable. You and Graven were just under, and
Yeah.
Orba was quite a bit under.
All right.
I regret saying anything. Just kidding, Matt. I'm doing the numbers again now, and
Safira and Graven, you take
Oh, we're getting a refill.
Yeah,
3 bludgeoning, 3 bludgeoning, 2 cold.
bludgeoning for 5 total damage.
And I only take 1 cold. 'cause
Wait,
it's
you
half.
said 3 bludgeoning, 1
bludgeoning,
cold?
2 cold.
2 cold. Okay.
And Graven only takes 1 cold because of resistance.
It's fine.
Funny guys. Orba, you take 5 bludgeoning, 5 cold.
Oh my god.
Are you up?
Yeah, she's up.
So despite Orba being the first one down, everyone kind of gets to the bottom part of this area, and you hear her kind of snapping twigs as she pushes through the last portion, and she kind of front flip tumbles out of the last portion and lands and slides across the bottom of this this recessed area.
Orba just, without, just no pride, just stays lying in the snow, just face down, stays there.
I'm gonna come over and hold a hand above you. And wait till you open your eyes. Level 2 Cure Wounds.
Oh,
my gosh.
God.
It's gonna be 2d8. Right? I'm just making sure.
Oh my god!
Anthony.
Leave. You
Anthony.
quit. Just leave.
2
Oh my god,
Yeah,
just
it's
leave.
obviously 2 1s. Anthony.
Anthony.
You get 5 HP.
Wait, you get to add 4 to that?
No, I get to add 3
Oh, that would be 6.
plus 2.
No, plus
No,
4.
she was saying
Oh,
hers was
oh,
fine,
alright.
yeah. A little bit of healing energy flows
Oh
into you.
my
I can-
god.
I can tell you need more.
It's okay. It's
No,
okay for now.
no.
Graven, I have capabilities of my own. I'm okay for now. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Don't. Alright.
Frustration building between Kuuzni and Bufmir. The magic just not at his fingertips the way he wants it.
Would you like to explain yourself?
Hey, listen, it's hard getting down there. You're
No,
right.
no.
Thank you. Yeah.
The snowboarding, the
Oh,
the
right.
board, the flat board. You have to kill the creature?
Yeah.
Why?
That might be complicated.
No.
You should have told us that before.
Why?
Because it's complicated.
This is why I said it before I went down the slope, because I don't want to get yelled at.
It really doesn't change that much, but
It does. So you have to, you specifically, does it have to be in, do you have to do it with your hands? Do you have to do melee? Can it be magic?
I
What
just
is
have to make the killing blow, that's it.
she's the one that's going in closest anyway. That was always the plan.
I'm kind of dusting her off because she. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
We've gotta be quiet and we've gotta move.
I want these fucking things off. I'm
Gonna
kind
make
of
it-
ripping this.
Would snowshoes be quieter than feet?
No.
No.
About the same.
Let's slowly make our way past where we saw the Goliaths carrying the trees, and we could maybe get an idea of what the fuck is going on down here.
Okay.
But first,
What? Problem?
a number of failures already today, including that spectacle on the peak there.
Oh, the dancing didn't
Now
take.
we're explaining it.
I was trying to get access to a powerful protective spell.
That wasn't your regular.
No.
Okay.
No.
Didn't. Different.
Suffice to say, I do not have the components that I need to cast a protective circle on the battlefield.
Do you have other?
I have the Mouther Drakes. We have 2, yes?
Well, but that's in case of emergencies. Do you have something that's maybe preventative care?
That is what I was hoping to do, was cast a protective circle. It takes a full minute to do, so we need to...
Do you have like a shield thing?
Again, it's not as simple as just putting it up. It takes a full minute, and I have to do it within 10 feet of myself, and...
Would you describe this spell as pretty situational at this point without the actual component?
Yes, again, it takes a full minute. We can't be engaged. This is from a scouting perspective that I can try to cast
I
this.
think we need to find out what we're dealing with, how many we're dealing with, and what this creature even fucking is.
Just keep
Is
it in
it
your back.
sentient?
Right.
Well, enough to walk, but yeah.
Looking around, do we see anything? Like where we ended up?
Perception check.
Oh, all of us?
Yeah, sure.
Mine doesn't matter.
13.
Mine doesn't matter. 13, yeah.
18.
With disadvantage, Graven. Now that you've gotten down below the peaks, the moonlight not coming through as much harder to see.
What did I say last time? 18?
18?
17.
17.
Disadvantage.
So after removing the slides from your feet, the reality that the exploratory phase of the Skybowl is over kind of comes crashing down over the top of you. Over these next hills is no longer just more hills. It's a proving ground. A date with destiny to determine whether Orba has what it takes to bring the fight for balance to the doorstep of the meddling gods. Nestled between peaks, it's not quite as cold as it was when you were exposed up there on the summit, but it's just as loud and twice as dark, the wind whipping through these valleys and the trees blocking out the light of the moon. Very notably, you saw no streaking lights or flashes on your way down the slopes, highlighting the importance of having noticed it before, and making you wonder why it isn't more consistently visible. Can the creature control its level and direction of illumination? Or has it entered into some kind of enclosed area where the light would not permeate outward into the sky? In a moment where the wind dies down, you hear that hacking and chopping again. Your perception checks coming from generally that same direction. And you hear at one point sort of a snapping and then a crash as it sounds like wood hits the ground. Coming from, it's difficult to gauge exactly how far off it is. Still in the distance, but louder now that you're sort of within the same valley. Sound carries very loud, very widely here, as long as the wind isn't sort of roaring past your ears.
So we're kind of at we came straight down.
I can bring this
bit,
back up
yeah.
again. Let's close out of the video.
My question is going to be, is the forest thicker kind of in the valley, and as you start to go up the peak that is kind of northeast of us, is the forest a little more bare?
Yes, so you guys have come down kind of like here-ish. You're hearing sounds coming from up here or like here-ish. And yes, there's a good amount of trees here, but as soon as you start to go up like either of these hills, it starts to quickly thin out, and then at the peaks it's like there's almost no trees at all. Or
You could still obscure yourself
You have
in the trees on
you
the
have to get
slope.
almost prone or like.
you mean on your way up?
If we were to like split the difference and like half climb it, you know what I mean, and to go north so that we could still see down maybe into the valley.
Sure, you could do that.
But what I'm saying is, does it look like we'd still be able to obscure ourselves, or would we be, look up on the side of the cliff?
I mean, the more you
Goliath
expose
sitting
yourself, the better your vision is. It's kind of a two-way street. So you can go up higher and have better vision, or you can stay lower elevations and have better cover.
Yeah.
Sort of a trade-off in that sense.
You still hear the chopping, the chopping that I heard earlier.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I mean, do they
There's
build
still.
like a cage for
I
us?
don't know,
I
but
mean,
we should try to find out. But I don't think we should go straight towards it. I think we should
I think we want a
go
vantage
a
point.
bit over and up as we head north to see what we can see around this peak and maybe what is going down. How much is going on down in the valley?
All right.
Okay.
I'll lead the way.
All right.
Quietly, from this point on.
Yeah, we'll do our best, mate.
Sound is not that much of it, but the whipping wind and the
What
chopping.
I say.
It's more about being seen, I think, right now.
I'm worried about us seeing and hearing each other, to be honest. So
Stay
let's
close.
stick together.
Stay close.
Keeping a tight kind of formation, one following the other, you start to move a little bit further north. Everybody give me stealth checks.
Can't see all that.
Which die?
Either of them. Let's see. Do I use?
Oh my god.
These are stealth.
Finally.
30, 20.
18.
2.
17.
Okay.
Blanc.
You spend some time trudging through the kind of thick base layer of snow that's gathered here between the hills, moving up a little bit, but not like climbing the peak that you've kind of done before. After a little bit of time passes, the hacking stops. Another kind of, and then the hacking stops. It's difficult to tell with the way the sound kind of bounces and echoes. You're worried that you won't be able to maybe pinpoint exactly where it's coming from, but you maintain that sort of course along the ridge of the hill as best you can. And it isn't long that you look out into the distance and can see, again, one of those like small patches of missing trees. There's like trees, and then stumps, like a small field of stumps. And as you're moving along now, you're much closer to it. I mean, it's a few hundred feet away, and you're up, so you can kind of see down to your left and see that little field of stumps. And it's at this point that you notice two things. One, it looks at first like the Goliaths have been choosing their trees, instead of sort of randomly cutting trees down. It doesn't look like they started from one point and expanded outward. There's like a small patch here and a small patch there. And with the trees scattered all throughout the Skybowl, you wonder why carry the logs some distance rather than sort of just cut them closer to where they're using them. While you're pondering this, Graven looks out. He sees on the trunks of many of the nearby trees a shine or a glisten, a thick layer of transparent ice encasing the trunk of the tree. And with the trees kind of each having their own little sort of ice encasement, you recognize this as Jotusfrol, or Giant's Freeze, the result of a frost giant's frigid aura as it passes through the forest. So as these creatures kind of move through, they have this, like the air around them is impossibly cold, and as it's kind of moving by these trees, they're kind of curling over with frost and ice. So a number of these trees are so encased in ice, you couldn't chop them down. So you can see that the Goliaths are kind of trying to find the trees that aren't encased in ice. Give me a perception check.
Is the Cold Lightwalker a giant?
Yeah.
Was it a giant that died and had unfinished business?
Oh, that'd be fucking...
13.
That would be the worst.
13. Okay. As you take a closer look, just based on the thickness of the ice buildup and the lack of hearing any booming, thunderous footsteps, it doesn't sound like the giant is like right here or just came through here. But you do get the sense that a giant did pass through here maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Like, definitely evidence of it passing through without evidence of it like being right here, unless it's not moving at all. And the ice has sort of begun to melt a little bit over the days.
And that's not something that I noticed previous at like anywhere.
Previously in the Skybowl?
Yeah.
No, so it seems like whatever route it took, it didn't go like right to left across the Skybowl. Yeah, it's sort of moving. So Graven notices that. In addition, the second thing that you notice, with a better look at the backsides of the hills that you're approaching, the ones in the E2 zone there on your map, the topography of Praxis's map was either sort of misinformed or outdated a little bit.
Oh my god.
The hills are in they're in the right place. The peaks, the little marks, they're in the right place. You were able to see that from the last hill that you were on. But the faces of the northmost hill in E2, here, I can bring that back up.
In E2.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about this hill here.
Yeah.
The face of the northmost hill, it's much, much steeper than was implied by the drawing. Usually in the topographical map, the closer the lines are together, the steeper the hill, that increase the sort of increase in elevation. This one on your map looks pretty gradual. It doesn't look like a steep hill, but what you're looking at is a sharp kind of sheet of ice and rock that looks borderline untraversable in most places. And you also notice thick piles of snow at the base of this hill. And what it leads you to believe, also in conjunction with the evidence of the giant passing through, is that he triggered some kind of avalanche. Yes, that his heavy footsteps caused snow to kind of come down, leaving behind only the hardest, like rock and ice, that didn't sort of break off and fall down the mountain. So instead of kind of a nice gradual hill, The result is a formation that looks almost like the top of like a cowbell, and I'll draw this because what I mean is it has like very steep sides and then a little plateau and then like a gradual hill and then a plateau and that steep side. So that's what it kind of looks like. So it's really sheer and then there's like a little flat area and then the little bump that makes up the top of the mountain.
On all sides that we can see it.
Yeah, all that you can see, yeah. So it's all the way around. So that's generally, I mean, it's not that perfectly shaped, but it has that sort of general shape where it sort of flattens out and then there's another
Is he
bump.
the only one familiar with frost giants?
Yes.
All right. I think I can tell why they are taking trees from specific areas.
Okay, what is it?
The ice on these trunks here. You see it?
Yeah, what about it?
That is evidence of a while back, maybe a week or two, a frost giant walking through here. Maybe the reason all those animals were pushed down the mountain.
Fuck's sake.
Now, it's not... You would know if it was close, first of all.
How would we hear it?
You hear
Would
like... Yes, you would feel it and you would hear it if there were a frost giant anywhere near
What
here.
should we be looking for?
More of this.
Not a frost giant. We should be looking for not a frost
No,
giant.
what I mean is, if we're in combat with this thing and we hear what? We hear a rumbling, we hear
Yes, you feel
vibrations, we hear
the ground shake beneath your feet. You hear the crunching of trees and the...
So then what do? We run? I am assuming if there's a frost giant and a cold light walker that we're taking on, then I think we run. Yes, let's just have a plan for this.
He did say a
possibility.
week.
It's been a while. It's
I'm
hard to
just
tell
saying,
where it is now.
In case your hypothesis is wrong, just maybe we should have a plan. I'm not saying
knows?
it won't happen. Okay, I like that plan. That's good.
We'll get it another night. We have to stay in the mountains another night. We get it another night.
Who has the spyglass?
He does.
Can you...
Oh, you
can
see.
somebody look on... Do you see that peak that... that sheer... The sheer rock face north of where we think we saw the...
You can see it.
The
Please
walker.
describe it.
Do you see anything at the top of it?
Give me a perception check.
Maybe. 14.
14. It's difficult to make out, even with the spyglass, just given the distance, like what's at the very, very top. But as you're like surveying the sort of sheer side, the closest side to you, you do see a narrow trail snaking up the side of the sheer rock. And in addition to that, two figures carrying between them a log that are sort of working their way very slowly up the trail, like up that.
So they've created, in some way, on the sort of sheer part, a trail that sort of winds its way up a little bit.
Yes, more or less.
Back and forth or all the way around as it looks?
It looks like it goes around.
Okay.
And I don't see any light on top of the mountain.
No.
They've made a trail. The Goliaths have made a trail to the top of the sort of collapse.
It ascends that thing.
What?
A trail that ascends that...
That ascends, yes, but I don't see any light.
That's good news.
Do cold light walkers bury their heads like ostriches, or...?
We don't know. We don't know if they can control whether or not they, I don't know, do the lighting up thing. We have no idea. We know, as far as we can tell, very little about this thing. Right? Yeah, very little.
Should...
So
It would seem that that is our battleground up there.
it looks like they've almost built.
Or if they're building something, if they're distracted by whatever they're doing,
It would be nice.
you think the cold light walkers where they're going to?
Do you see... I mean, can we see down into the valley between these two peaks?
We'll say you've traveled far enough to at least have a cursory glance in the valley, yeah?
Take a look in the valley. Do you see anything down there?
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Nat 20.
nice.
You don't see any figures, and you see the trees are all truly giant frostbitten. Like, there's a reason why no patches of trees are being taken from there. Like, the whole forestation there is, like, frozen solid in a block of ice. So it's obvious that they're not kind of taking trees from that area. But you don't see any Goliath figures in there.
None. The only Goliath figures I see are ascending to the top, and I only see two.
What I'm getting at is that even if that is not exactly where it is, that is our best vantage point to see where we go next. Is the top of that thing.
Well, aren't you a little bit worried that we're going to get attacked on the top of that sheer cliff and then fall?
We will get attacked wherever we go.
The cold light walker,
Then
as
maybe
far
not
as we
there?
as far as we know, can't fly or anything. It's
We might
on
have
the ground.
attacks from range, but yeah.
Potentially, but you would think that this creature, it's cold. grief beacon.
I'm
You
not
think you would see it
worried
before
about
it attacks us.
the Cold Lightwalker, though. I'm worried about the Goliath that could potentially, I don't know, find us on the path and push us off.
I think
Erland, can you look out one more time? What's at the top of the mountain? It has a strange
I didn't see anything when I looked.
heat. It's of stone. It's of earth.
Ice and stone, yeah. It looked like whenever there was kind of a avalanche or something that triggered, like it kind of crumbles from the sides and it like left a little dome at the top that didn't like fully collapse.
But it doesn't look like
It does not look man-made. No. It
Okay,
looks
got
No,
it.
it
fully
seems,
natural.
It seems natural, other than the path they've made, and the path is not made of wood, right?
It's not made of wood, no.
So the path has been carved into it, but I don't know what the wood is being used for yet. I saw them carrying up logs, but I can't see anything on
Be
top.
willing to bet they're building something. I have no idea.
Maybe they're trying to keep it in one place. Maybe they're trying to restrain it in some way.
I think
They've captured it.
Can you,
mean,
I think
can you tell how big that area is at the top? How far across?
If you're super estimating, but I mean, it's big. Like there's like a big plateau and then a hill. I mean, it could be a few hundred feet across.
I think our best bet is to proceed quietly and try and ascend this mountain here and take out any Goliaths on the way. Quietly, quietly, quietly.
okay.
Don't let any of them sound the alarm. We don't know if the Cold Lightwalker is collaborating with them in any way.
Kill on sight.
And try not to push them off, because then that would make noise and that would draw attention to
And
us.
potentially cause... If this area is prone to avalanche, we need to be especially careful of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Quietly. So I'll start leading the way.
I really don't like this hill.
Everybody give me perception checks
No,
as
I
you're
don't
moving.
like
Is
it.
bad.
Disadvantage for me still?
Not necessarily just sight-based, like listening as well, so it doesn't...
Thank you.
18.
6.
15.
Natural 2.
5.
The only thing you kind of pick up as you continue to move toward that sort of sheer cliff is off to your left, almost as if working in shifts, you start to hear... So someone in that same general area where those little patches of trees were kind of missing.
So we're passing by some people.
If you continue to walk, you will pass by them. They'll be on your left, kind of out there.
Do we take this opportunity? Eliminate more threats?
Do we try to interrogate what they're doing? I just don't
I was gonna
know.
say, we don't even know if they are a threat.
I don't.
They're a threat.
They're
I
a
know we
threat.
should assume, obviously.
I'm just-
saying.
Do we even try to talk to them? I don't think that they would give anything up to us.
We could,
Nice
we
to
did,
know if
we
they
could
control
pretend
the light.
one of us could potentially... Sorry.
It would just be nice to know if it can blind us and how, and when it does the blinding thing, and that would be good information. I don't know if they'll give it to us.
Should I try to join their ranks?
I was about to say, one could perhaps try and say they're an acolyte, but
I would have to shed probably my armor, my weapons.
it's not
What if you... I don't know about that. What if you just... they clearly have no problem sharing this creature. You're just a traveler who's been trying to locate it. You want to gaze into its...
These people are at the lowest of the low. I do not think that they would believe that someone that looks like me and is dressed like me is not here for
I don't know,
why
you
I am
look
here.
pretty sad in your eyes.
Does Graven... I know that we've talked about Graven looks smaller than other Goliaths.
Lean.
Leaner than other Goliaths. He doesn't look
Puny
nearly as
Southland
emaciated.
Goliath.
as-
Certainly not of the ones you've seen. Again, that's probably a time thing. Like they probably didn't look like that when they first started
Yeah.
following the walker. But
See?
yes, from the ones that you've seen, he's significantly like in better health than they are.
It's not about my physical form, it's about what I carry.
Erland just thought that.
They won't. I can see you looking at me, Erland. I do not think they would believe somebody outfitted like this
Could
would
you
be
keep your
here.
weapons and we take your bag off you?
I have magic without my weapons.
I don't think it would be possible to ask what this creature's vulnerable to
No.
in a way that's not specific. In a way that's not...
I want to know what the wood is about. I want to know what
Yeah, I
what
agree.
the lumber is for.
When I saw them, did it just look like they were carrying just a raw log?
Yes, it didn't look like they had crafted it yet. It looks like they were just carrying the
I
tree.
could
that
go
they-
in as simply as to say, "Where can I get an axe like that? I want to. What are we doing?"
I think the first question you're going to have to be prepared to answer is, why the hell are you here?
For the same reason they are. I heard that there was a grief beacon out here, and I need to see I need to see into its eyes.
Okay, I don't think that's a terrible idea, to be honest.
All right, we hide nearby, so if it goes south,
we
can...
I think we still kill them all afterwards, but yeah.
I mean, we don't want them to fight us when we inevitably go and try to kill these things.
Is my armor at all obscured underneath my warm clothes?
You're pretty bulky, but yeah, it is.
I could conceivably just get rid of the shield and the mace, and I wouldn't look like as much of a bounty hunter.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I finally get that. You look like you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I wasn't following.
You guys know where that cool light was?
So fancy.
No.
Got it.
Hey, that guy looks rich.
Let's beat him up.
That's what I thought we were going for. Okay, I'm here with you now.
All right.
Who will hold my mace and shield for now?
We'll carry it, but we'll have to
No.
drop it nearby.
I'll give me.
I see.
Give me your shield.
Okay, I'll take the mace. This thing's heavy.
How far away does it seem? The
Couple hundred feet.
couple hundred feet. I'm gonna start dejectedly walking in that direction.
Don't make him report a sec.
I'm gonna stay 40 feet behind Graven.
Summoning all my failures of the day.
Are you trying to quietly approach? You trying to kind of make your presence known?
No.
Dejectedly.
No.
I got dejectedly. Yes, very dejected.
Just slowly, not
Dejected.
worrying about sound, just slowly, and
And the rest of you are following him, or just Erland?
No, I think just Erland, right? Are you following him?
I have a shield. I think I need to give it to him or something.
I thought we were
I'll
gonna.
say 60 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's stay 60 feet away.
Okay. Give me
I'm
stealth
trying to.
checks.
We're trying to follow quietly.
People
I think,
behind
right?
can be with this with advantage.
keeping in mind my all the family members that I think might be dead.
It's a 4.
22.
With advantage, that was a 4.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah.
God,
okay.
roll one more.
The people behind get advantage on their own.
12.
Yay.
25. Roll 2 more.
Graven sort of starts to kind of move, and you're trying to kind of let the weight of everything sort of wear on your exterior as you sort of walk through the trees. And you can hear louder and louder the axes, one after the other. And you hear another, sort of covering the sound of your approach, the sounds of the chopping and the tree falling. And as you get a little closer, you start to see the outlines of 2 Goliaths. 1 man, 1 woman. Lightish gray skin. Again, both not emaciated would be too far, but a little gaunt, a little just sort of wearied by sort of a little bit of time, a little bit of hunger. And the 2 of them, as they're chopping, their heads sort of almost operating separately from their body, kind of.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
They sort of stay on like a point and sort of bob a little bit, and you can see the glaze in their eyes as they just kind of stare on the object that they're focusing on.
How close am I at this point?
How close would you like to get? They're being pretty loud, sort of with the axes.
60 feet-ish.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You get, so you're walking not directly behind them and kind of back to the left, so you're approaching them at an angle where they wouldn't necessarily see you.
In giant. I was told the grief beacon was near. Do you know where it is?
And the 2 of them.
I must see it. I must get to the grief beacon. Help me.
Adieu. And in giant they say the light. Ahian Daios. A home for the light.
I'll repeat it. Dios. Is this for the home? What you build? How can I help? Where can I go to help?
They kind of look to each other. And they look at you, sort of someone that they don't recognize in a slightly healthier state. Give me a deception check.
It's not a lie if you believe it, Graven.
Well,
14.
okay, he kind of believes it.
And almost simultaneously, but not as if kind of rehearsed or anything. And they point up toward the top, at that sort of dome at the top of the hill. Daios.
Is it held there? Can I be sure it'll be there when I arrive?
Daiotu saganalu doios. The giant passed through and almost snuffed out the light. Vandamaldios must protect the light.
Oh no.
Must protect the light. I'm gonna start walking as though a wide circle, as if I'm going away from my friends toward them. I'm gonna make an arc towards the fucking hill.
It's still very far off.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I basically not going back the way I came, but meeting
as
back
if
up with
you're
them.
going toward the
Yeah,
hill.
as if I'm
sure.
going to,
as if you're going vaguely where they were pointing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sure. I mean, they
Yeah,
back to
I
them.
don't care. Okay. Yep, back to them. I make it back to them. It's fine. Okay. Hello.
All right.
I'll take that. Okay. Possibly good news.
Okay.
They're making a home for the beacon.
Okay.
The giant came through. I didn't ask how long ago, but it nearly killed the grief beacon. I think that it is weakened. I think that the giant took a bite out of this thing, and they are.
Great news.
I think that they are building a shrine, a home, something for it to get its strength back up there.
Okay.
Is there anything
I
that
think
non-magical Goliaths could, I suppose some of them could be magical.
some of them could be magical.
What could they be doing to help it?
Giving it a place to recuperate.
We need to move quickly.
Yes.
A Cold Walker has a physical form, so they could,
Rest.
one could physically help it as opposed to magically helping it.
I think this fight will be against these Goliaths more than anything, at least to begin.
Okay.
So, and Orba's gonna point towards the two.
There was only two there. I didn't see any others in the general
There that
area.
you were just talking to?
Yeah.
Those are the only two that you saw?
They're pretty far away if we move quickly.
There's no way that you can.
These, they're,
Tell
when I saw them
them,
walking,
Sean.
and when we see them, they're slow when they're with these.
Yeah, I mean, they're marching. They're not, like,
Yeah.
sluggish, but they're not moving quickly. They're not running. Yeah, it takes them a while.
I think we could get away with not these. Maybe on the way as we see them, we could take them
I
out.
think we need to move similar to when we worked through the Broken Crown outpost, the abandoned Broken Crown outpost, where we moved quickly and quietly and took out individuals as much as possible.
I think engaging with those two would be risking making too much noise
I
too
agree.
early.
Okay.
I think we move on now.
Move forward and try and kill quickly and quietly.
We've got to be quiet on this peak.
I will-
See, if anyone pushes this off, there's going to be a long fucking fall.
This is the moment where I should, I think, be stunning people to keep them quiet.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything that keeps anyone quiet is.
Instead of the cold light blocker, I mean.
Stunning them versus.
Well,
But so
don't
that they
try to
won't make
stun them.
sound and we can all attack them quickly.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right. Let's leave these two and press on.
Erland's gonna lead the way. Okay. Quick through the snow, sort of keeping on the sort of periphery of your vision that sort of steep slope that starts to rise, and you get kind of through the trees. Make sure looking around, making sure that you don't see anything else coming your direction. You don't see any other Goliaths that seem to be showing up for their shift or anything like that. And you get to the base of what is essentially this trail that sort of circles around, this sort of thinnish trail that circles all the way around multiple times up to that little plateau there on the hill.
Listening out or looking out to if we see any on the tiers above us or hear any steps.
Give me perception checks.
All of us?
Yeah.
22.
6.
7.
19.
I would like to play this game one day.
Just before the people who rolled above 15, just before you sort of get to the base of the hill and start to move up the trail, you just catch a glimpse of, because the moon, they're like passing behind the moon in the sky, it looks like those two that were carrying that first log that you saw on the side reach the top and then sort of disappear over the top of the plateau. So they've circled around a couple times and then they disappear over the edge. So it took about that much time for them to reach the top. However,
Oh, okay.
so like 30 minutes or so, whatever.
Looking around, here at the base, are there any, obviously there's no logs as big as what they were carrying, but are there smaller trees, maybe broken branches in the area?
There's some smaller sapling type trees.
Is it worth putting on a show to look like we are carrying up the mountain? These two that I interacted with, very little going on.
I just saw 2 crest the peak. I think we need to move extremely quickly so we don't meet any coming down.
You don't know, but there could be more on the way up right now.
There almost certainly are.
So, are you trying to pitch a way to infiltrate past any and all Goliaths and get right to the core of the issue?
I don't even think that's a good idea. I think we want
what's
to
the
pick off
plan
as many as we can on the way up. Don't we?
They're not going to trust us non-Goliaths.
No, I was going to say, you're the only one who would maybe be able to
Again,
pass.
it's less about who you are and more about what you carry and how you carry yourself.
I'm sure.
Was I close enough to hear them speaking giant when he was speaking at 40 feet? Yeah. You were speaking giant to them. They're not
Because
going
I
to
knew
be able
they
to
would
understand us.
Many Goliaths speak common.
No, I understand typically they do, but do you not think that these have perhaps been corrupted in some way?
These are... I don't know where they came from. Maybe they came from tribes that don't interact with many others, but I have no reason to believe that they are lost to their desire to see beyond the grave.
Are the... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Are the spirals going up, are those tight enough bends where, like, field of vision down and up those spirals is pretty limited? Like,
yeah.
If we were, like, trailing 20 feet behind another person, like, how tight are these?
You'd have to trail further back than that. Like, it goes all the way around the hill.
Right.
But they would disappear from sight after a while.
I think we need to move quickly because if we make sound, if we're heard here, then there's a chance that the Cold Light Walker runs. There's a chance the Cold Light Walker moves or leaves the other side. I suppose it would have to come down this mountain, but
The thing I'm worried about is I think before we get up there to the top of this peak, we want to pick off as many Goliaths as we possibly can so they don't surround us.
I think I should do what I did just now. I should do it again. I should go alone up to the top and back down.
What? No.
I can get an idea of what is going on. I can pretend that I'm helping, and then I will have any information.
That's fine, but we'll trail you. We're not waiting here.
If at any
You will get seen on the way up or down.
Yes, but if you're found out alone, then you're almost certain
We're not
to die,
splitting
and
up.
we're not going to be able to do this without you.
Here's my idea. If he leads the way carrying a trunk, one other person helps him carry it, but second, you're leading. If he encounters people, we can maybe have some kind of a communication or a signal so that we can... the two that are trailing behind that are staying out of sight can then come and kill or be ready to strike.
It's too risky. We need to attack before they see us.
Stay together.
All of us?
Yes. If we can...
I don't know if that's possible.
They can take a significant number of damage if we can trap them and pick them off. 1 by 1, 2 by 2.
Yes, but they're never going to not see us.
And as soon as we engage, I think the noise will be too much.
Well,
we will be set upon.
Is we don't want to be set upon while we're trying to go up this path.
That's why I think we should move quickly.
I tend to
So
agree
just
with him.
all of us move quickly and
I think
just
we all
dive
move
in.
quickly and we try to push
No,
them
not-
off as insofar as possible.
No, as far as we know, there are no other creatures on this walking around. I only saw 2 when I was scouting before.
This is a pretty big. This thing goes up 100.
Yeah, it's big. It's very big, yeah.
You can't know if those were the only 2 on the side of this. I also don't think that you're wrong. I think that we do just start our way up.
I agree that getting trapped on the side of this mountain would be bad, which is why every moment we waste talking here on the side of this mountain, people could be coming up behind us, in front of us.
We should assume that they're running on a system. So
We're dashing up.
Not dashing, but we are moving quickly
We are
upwards.
moving quickly up the mountain.
And remember, these people do not care about their lives. They will try to kill you at any cost. Be wary of them leaping towards you, pulling you off the edge with their own weight.
Okay, let's go.
Someone's gonna lead the way. Okay.
I'll go right behind him.
Oh, I think I should I take up the rear? Because then we have 2 people on both sides who can see. I'm gonna take up the rear.
Sure.
Or we can see in the dark. Just Graven.
No,
Yeah, it's
you
just-
don't. You.
Yes.
Just Graven. Yep.
We can still take up the rear.
But she, honestly, you stay close to me. I can't see you.
Hold my hand.
I'd like to hear you.
The trail begins at the base of the hill. Start to circle around, and it rapidly gets thinner as you ascend. Sometimes the trail will shrink up to 10 or less feet across, which it's not tightrope walking, but it's narrower than you'd like, given the strength of the wind and the depth of the fall and the lack of maneuverability if something was to sort of fall down from above. You continue on edge, both literally and metaphorically, until you curl around to the north face of this hill. And you see something up ahead. Erland's the first one. Get around, and again, because it's sort of circling around, more and more the path slowly reveals itself the further you go. So very slowly, you start to see something appear on the path as it's opening up and you're moving around to that back side. With the moonlight behind it, at first you don't get much more than kind of a blocky outline. Perhaps a series of boulders or icy crags that fell down from above. But then you discern that the outline is far too blocky, too structured. And you see that it's a kind of barricade with an additional structure behind it, kind of like a guardhouse.
Oh, shit.
It's definitely not in the best condition. There's chunks missing. Walls are crumbling in places, but it also looks freshly reinforced. Timber in certain areas where the walls were weakened. A fortification of old now reclaimed for a new purpose. I'm gonna have everyone throw their monitors on for a second so I can show you what
I think
we're
we're
looking
both still on.
Oh, that's fine.
Jesus.
So this looks in better condition than it is. So you guys are like literally here on the edge of the path. So this looks in better condition. It's crumbling. It's more decrepit than this. But what you notice as you're looking at it is it looks like this existed before these Goliaths got here. Like it's stone. This would have taken quite a long time to construct. But pieces of it have been like repaired, reinforced with some of their planks and bits of wood that you're looking at. Give me a perception check as the first one around the corner.
6.
Jesus.
The only people that you see are 4 Goliaths near the door. And right now, there's like a gate here. The gate is open. And it looked like big enough for someone with a log to pass through. Like it's large enough, the entrance there. There's 2 Goliaths that are sort of sitting blank-faced, staring at it like it's like a smoldering fire. It's not even providing much warmth, but they're just like totally blank-stared, facing inward toward the remnants of this fire. And then these 2 over on this side are both like fitting planks into the wall there, trying to like reinforce it where it's like attached to the sort of edge of the cliff there.
4 Goliaths, can you make the area silent?
Shit. We're just gonna have to
Wait, can you see? There must be a mechanism for that gate, but it must be on the other side. Yes.
Very quickly, telescope.
While he has the thing,
Spyglass.
can I ask him if he can look for Sketskier's friends?
Praxis?
Praxis.
Oh.
Wow, Sketskier's friends made it a long.
It's like, I mean, he's a scout.
Praxis's friends.
Yes.
You can look for signs. So you're looking for.
I want to
for
see.
Goliaths
I want to see if there's just 4 down there. There's a mechanism for the gate closing, and if there's any Goliaths, perhaps with ranged weapons up top.
Okay, give me a perception.
And Skidskier's friends.
Yes, thank you.
With advantage?
Praxis.
No.
19.
19.
No.
You don't notice on any of the ones that you can see, like any of the monikers that Praxis mentioned,
Yeah.
sort of any of the identifying
Yeah.
features. There is one more Goliath up here, sort of on the edge. It's hard to tell if he has a weapon. Both his arms are by his side, and he's just like staring out in the distance. From what you can see, he hasn't like noticed you guys. Like he's just staring out into the distance.
Does there seem to be any like warning mechanism up there? Do I see like a pull for a bell or like a giant like?
Nope, no horn, no bell. Nope. Nothing of that kind. And you do not see a mechanism for the gate. I mean, given most gates' construction, it's either on the inside portion there or on the other side. It's unlikely to be on this side.
4 Goliaths, 1 up top. They seem to not see us right now.
What if we all try to slowly walk past them?
I think
Look,
they'll close
I
the gate and ask questions first.
I don't want them to A, close the gate, and B, I don't want them to follow us up the mountain and then surround us when we're trying to attack this cold light. I think if we're gonna do this,
Then
we
I
have to
think-
take them out on the way up.
Then I think I should walk through slowly, get to the other side, and make sure no one can close the gate on you.
All right.
When we initiate some kind of attack, is what you mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want us to take your things again?
No.
Come up there with a weapon. Okay. I'm gonna be ready. I'm drawing.
We're gonna be
my-
seen behind, right?
If you get, it will say like if you get past,
Because they don't have dark vision.
they don't. I mean, you can see sort of their
Is that a
silhouettes
cave
based
right
on the
there?
moonlight. No, there's no cave there. There's kind of a silhouette
We can hide,
of light
though,
that's
behind
shining. I
rocks,
mean,
presumably. a
you
little
can't what?
We
Like
can
that
kind of
little
hide
outcropping
behind
right
some
there,
rocks.
yeah.
There's
if we
like a
wanted
big
to.
bump kind of right
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
but other than that, like this is pretty.
Yeah.
clear
Okay, so if
here.
I want to run up then quietly to
Okay.
that little
I'll
bump
follow
and then
Safira
just
there.
kind of be leaning so that I can fire off an arrow should I.
So as soon as you cross the gate's threshold, we attack?
I'd like to try to signal you as to how many more might be on the other side of it, other than the one at the top, if I can.
I think I would just worry about keeping the gate open, mate.
All right.
What is the distance from us hiding behind that rock to the gate?
About 200 feet.
Oh my god.
What about that one in the middle? Isn't there an outcropping in the middle there? Like
Not
right-
much of like maybe like right here. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
right there.
Maybe one person could scrunch behind there,
And
but
that's
that's
40
a
feet, 50 feet.
yeah, it'll be
Without disadvantage.
like
Oh
100.
my god.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
How scalable is this on this on
100
above
With the
us?
climbing kit, possibly it's
So
precarious.
With
And
disadvantage?
it's loud.
And it's
You
loud.
would
I'm
make
at
noise. You'd have to
No, with disadvantage,
dis-
600.
hammer the pitons in.
Yeah, what does it mean 150 over 600? That means after
Disadvantage up to
150.
yep.
Yeah.
150 to 600
So
with
you could go
That's
disadvantage.
what I thought. So I could
Disadvantage
go
from here.
disadvantage from here, but I would
not-
have to get closer to.
It's not bad against these guys. Their armor's not
I
that
mean,
high.
what I'll probably do is run up 30 feet and then try to. Because if I ran up, no, I'm still then without.
It looked like they had...
You are 200 feet from the gate, hiding behind.
So from what I saw in the spyglass, did it look like they had roughly the same armor as the guy we fought already?
They look like they are armored and armed in a way that they're a little more guards than like laborers. Like the other ones literally have like a wood chopping axe and nothing. They have basic leather armor, like a short sword. One of them has a shield on their back, like simple,
okay.
basic. But yeah,
Okay, I'm going to suggest it one final time because this is the last time we can possibly do it.
What?
All pretending to be in search of the Cold Light Walker.
I still think that that is a good idea.
Well, the reason I
Right.
might come around to it is because I think we need to get closer. I can't see very well, and I don't know if I could hit any of them from here, so...
The thing that
What did
the
you...
two Goliaths kept saying over and over was home, home for the light. I think if we
That's quite
mumble that, if we say that under our breath,
How do you say that in Giant?
I could tell you, but I
Feels
think
a
it would be
little
more,
disingenuous,
it would be more, it would stand out more.
Home for the light.
Home for the light.
If we say it in our native language, we can say it in Elvish, I suppose.
Home for the light.
Okay.
Weapons away then.
Weapons
I mean, not drawn, just maybe at your sides.
accessible.
Don't flash them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be out front. Or will you
We
stay
should
close to
do
me?
single file behind so they might not notice us.
Well,
You said they weren't. I'm serious. You said they weren't very observant. If
No,
we
they
single
were
file
not.
behind you in the dark, they might not see us.
they
that
were
well.
not very observant. I
So
had to
you-
get their attention. I had to work to get their attention.
Speak the loudest, then.
Can Orba take a second and cast quietly, like without raising alarm, Mage Armor and Distort Mage Armor?
yes, you can quietly cast those. Yes.
Okay.
Is that 2 spell slots?
Yep.
So mage armor, and because distort's a new one, so mage armor gives you an AC of what?
13 plus Dex, which I think is 0. Yeah, so that gives me 13, and then Distort Mage Armor instead is 13 plus my strength modifier, so that's 16 AC.
Right. So using the 2 spells in quick succession, you see that kind of shimmering. Before you do that,
Oh.
What? Does it produce light or something?
I want to make sure that.
It's so discreet.
Quick,
Yes,
cover
but
me.
it's a. That's a
Make
good
sure no one's
question. Let me
looking.
see if I can
Cover
find-
me with a
I'm
target.
wondering if it's visible, if the armor's visible,
Oh, after. Oh.
because it says
Shimmering.
a protective magical force surrounds it. Should as appear. Is there a more official ruling on this?
Let me see if my other card has it.
Where's Due Day when you need him?
It looks like it's undefined. You touch a willing creature, a protective magical force. Nothing says anything about the appearance of the protective magical force. I'm gonna say it emits no light and doesn't alter your appearance, but it's almost like looking through a pane of glass. Like if the light caught it wrong, it would look like you were reflecting weirdly. Like it's like almost like you're wrapped in plastic or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks almost like, again, like you're wrapped in plastic. Like it has kind of just a sheen.
Yeah, don't mind this saran wrap.
Never mind.
She's leftovers.
Ew, gross. Okay, let's go. We're choosing mine.
What's the plan here? Graven in front.
I'll caboose still.
Caboose.
I guess I'm behind Graven.
No, I'm behind Graven.
I'm behind Orba.
All right.
One might mistake us for fucking ducklings.
In a single file, in a single file kind of marching order, you guys move, and is there like a gate that you're
Shuffle?
gate that like a kind of, what are you trying to
Did we see?
Assume a shuffle.
Did
Yeah.
we see the did we all see people carrying?
I haven't looked into its eyes yet, though.
What?
We haven't looked into
Yeah,
it.
but we can look sad.
We should
Anyway,
look sad.
while carrying the logs, the pace that it seemed like they were carrying the logs at.
Yeah,
I'll try
I
to
mean, it
match
seemed
that
like a
pace.
fairly the most noticeable sort of body characteristic, and again, like you said, you haven't necessarily looked into the light, as it were. They had that kind of like head separate from the body thing, where like their whole body kind of moved, their heads kind of bobbing as their body moves separately with their actions.
I'm gonna try to demonstrate that for them.
Okay.
When you move, try to keep your head as though it's floating separate from your body.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's this, Graven?
Maybe we should try to keep our heads down.
No.
Well, I wouldn't do
Have
that
you ever-
normally, but I'm trying to get the.
Have you ever
motion right.
lifted a chicken and moved its body around and seen how its head stayed in one place?
Do I look like the kind of person who's picked up many chickens in her life?
You were a servant.
You were a servant. Did you not work in the
Fried
kitchens?
Chickens?
What? I feel like everyone's
I got the
Oh my.
She maybe, you know what? And just seeing her do that, I'm just gonna kind
Actually,
of
I
shuffle
can't
her
see her.
behind
No,
me.
I gotta
And
be there, Graven.
you're
I
fine.
gotta be there, Graven.
I'm sure you're doing it great.
And I'm just kind of gonna, with my body, just keep my head kind of
I
fine.
think I'm worse.
Hopefully they don't see me.
Alright, I'm also gonna take my gloves and
I wish I hadn't
beanie off.
shown
Like,
you.
I'm gonna try to, like, rest down a little bit as though the elements aren't concerning me.
Yeah. As soon as you do that, the here on the side, like
Yeah.
you can feel your eyebrows like frosting over, like right away after you take off kind of some of your protective layers.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, let's go.
For the light.
Slowly, kind of as one unit, kind of trudging
With little chicken
left,
heads.
right,
It's more like
toward
this.
the gate, with the head kind of bobbing separately. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
So we can practice this?
Yes, as you can practice.
None of us are doing it, by the
all
way.
gonna-
You can do it, but none of us are doing it.
We're gonna go to a
Oh,
mirror
no.
after this.
So as we approach the gate here on the side of the hill, our first obstacle on our way up toward the Cold Light Walker, who might be sort of being protected or housed in some way, that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh,
Oh my god. Okay.
This
All
makes me
right.
so sad, these poor little friends. Come
Not
on, poor little
everyone-
chicken friends.
Enough.
Everyone
not
is a poor
enough.
little chicken friend. Everyone.
Not everyone is a friend.
Everyone is friend.
Graven humanized them by calling them
Yeah, you
chickens.
did.
There's
Yeah,
I
why'd
can't
you have
murder
to-
them now.
Why'd you have to put that in my
I
head?
was comfortable murdering a sentient Goliath, but chicken friends.
their lives are over.
All right, thank you all so much for joining us. We're only just getting things started.
Oh my God.
When we come back, we'll approach the gate and see what lies beyond.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
All right,
Okay.
everybody.
Don't go.
Okay.
See you on the other side.
Stay.
See you all then.
Don't go. Stay.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tabletop Notch. You have caught us on our way up to facing the Cold Light Walker.
Oh my god.
We have an obstacle, a little bump along the road here as we try to get by these Goliaths that are not sound of mind. But before we approach the gate and find out whether or not we can do so stealthily,
Yes.
Anything you'd like to say?
The Twitch app is broken, so I have to write it down like this, like a chooch. So here we go.
The Twitch
Johnny
app
Bat-
stinks like flatulence and
Dummy head.
Yeah.
Johnny Bad Guy did 300 bits. Thaddeus gave without a sub. Mad Rex did 500 bits. Ali Slayer did 300 bits. Jellybug did 10 bits. If I missed something, I apologize. Lunar Bud subscribed with Prime. If I missed something, I apologize. But like I said, Twitch app is broken.
Thank you all. Very, very
Thank you.
much.
Really appreciate it.
Okie dokie. Let us bring the map.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh, oh gosh,
Oh
oh gosh.
gosh.
Oh God, oh man.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh man.
Everybody be cool.
So, with the order shuffled slightly, with Safira sort of forcefully yanking Orba back to make sure that she's not kind of second in line there, Graven begins the march toward the gate here. So, you guys get about this far.
Oh god.
So, at this point, Graven, leading the pack, is about like 100 feet from the gate.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah, that's within my range.
And the wind sort of whipping along the side. Each time that it kind of dies down, there's like a little bit of silence, and then it'll come through again. And by the time you've gotten this close, when the wind has that little moment, finally you can kind of hear your footsteps on the ground. And it's at that sort of hearing of that sound, maybe 100 feet off from these Goliaths, that you get a few slow turns and stare.
Not to full. I don't want to. I'm trying not to really make eye contact and just kind of keep looking at the path forward.
You guys continue to march forward. I need all of you to give me a deception check.
Seamless.
Ooh, be nice. Be nice.
We get a bonus for how good this acting is.
Graven gets advantage on his for two reasons.
Thank fuck. Sorry,
Oh my
I just
God.
rolled a 2.
Graven gets advantage on it for two reasons. One, as a Goliath, you look not out of place in this area, and also you got up very close to them and were able to kind of study their behavior a little bit better. Make yours with advantage.
Thank you.
7.
11.
9.
Oh my god.
-2?
8.
No.
7, 11, 9.
I rolled an 11. That-
So you guys start your march and you start to close in on the gate. As soon as they detect the presence of some creatures behind Graven that seem a little out of place, sort of not... You can tell that even when they look at you, there's no kind of recognition, but there is a sense of, like, danger or friend or foe that just kind of, in the back of their mind, triggers something. And as they've all kind of slow turned and start to see behind you the other marching figures, Deros, one says. Wood.
Can...
Deros! And you hear, like, the shout getting louder. And
Does it look like the gate, the ramparts are too tall for me to climb if that gate closes?
It looks climbable. It's very tall, but it has, like, rocks jutting out.
Okay,
It looks traversable. Yes, it looks possible.
Deros. And I'll stop. Deros. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay. Graven turns
We'll
around,
turn around,
starts
we'll
to
turn
face you. Everyone turns around. And you can hear behind you the ones that were sitting kind of get up.
We should have brought wood. Ready?
Did you say anything?
And you can hear them slowly lumbering.
Are we attacking now?
We attack.
Okay.
Start on the left and go to the right. And I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna toll the dead on one on the left. Our left.
How far away
how
are
far
we?
are we? I'm sorry, yeah.
We're 100 feet away, right?
No, you got even closer than that
okay.
before.
Because at 60
How
feet
far are we
is
away?
toll
Let
the
me
dead.
give you.
Yeah, I need to be within 60 feet.
Let me get the. There we go.
Yeah, I should have said Erland run.
60 feet from Graven there.
Okay.
65, 70, 70. Yeah, so if someone took like a step forward, they could be within 60 feet there. So you can see all the creatures there. Okay, I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Oh, shit. Erland, go.
Okay.
Go.
We're fine. We're good. Oh!
All right.
Gravy. 8. Oh.
20 to 25.
20 natural. Doesn't matter, but it's 20.
Okay. Matt, have you rolled?
What's it in total in case someone comes in later?
Wow.
You don't have any?
I suck. I guess it's okay when I go later
my
because I
dex
have
is
20,
extra
25?
damage.
All right. Graven, 15 to 19. 10 to 14.
13.
11.
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
And that's all the Goliaths?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
And are they missing any HP?
Already?
You're about to find out.
5 to 9. What do you got, Safira?
Natural 1.
I have a 2.
I beat you.
Well, you have a modifier.
4.
Well, it's technically, yes. It's
So,
There's no natural ones
I
on
forget. Yes, it's a 4.
So Safira Orba, is that what it is?
Very
I
bad.
forgot because I was so overwhelmed by how bad it was.
Alright, so it's Graven or Erland, the Goliath,
Sorry, I
Safira,
just
Orba.
lost.
Okay. Given the quickness of your reaction and the willingness to kind of jump in without waiting, there's a surprise round here as you take them by surprise. As the creatures like haven't even gotten their weapons, they're still sort of hands just draped by their sides, sort of staring off. And you, Graven, as he turns, you can see kind of just a little bit of widening of the eyes as it recognizes kind of a threat across from it. Which is the one that you target? All the way on the left?
All the way
is
on
that
the
what
left,
you said?
yeah. And I'll add a little Erland, get through to the mechanism.
Okay. Okay, it's wisdom save. 14.
That'll fail.
Hey.
Oh, nope, it matches.
Okay,
Nope,
saves.
never mind. Saves. Yep.
Wow.
Great.
Way to get our
And you
hopes up.
see that like bobbing head kind of, and then steady itself.
Okay.
So,
I'm taking 15 feet forward. How far does that put me from the farthest one on the right there?
less than like 60 feet.
Yeah, I'll stay there for now.
Okay. Marching forward a little bit, sort of hands at the ready. Okay.
That's it for me.
All right.
That's me then.
Erland. Yep.
So if I move 40 feet straight ahead, do I start to see anything on the other side of that door? And do I see any mechanisms as I'm running up there?
Give me a perception check.
18.
18. It looks like through the gate and on the other side.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Right at about, we'll even put like a nice little light marker here. Even though there isn't a light. Oops, not that. Even though there's not a light. Right here, like by the door of the gatehouse, is like a mechanism, like a gate mechanism.
Do I see anyone standing in this?
You not that you can see from here. Again, you're kind of seeing in a line here. Yeah, you're seeing like down. You can see like here and here, but not all the way around.
How far does 40 more feet get me?
That gets you. Oops. Do that.
Edit mode.
Oh wait, goodness. There we go.
Here, but
40 more.
another 40 feet.
That gets you just to the right before you get to the gate. And you can sort of split the difference.
Oh,
out.
and this will be
Surprise
a
round.
surprise round, so I'll get to go again before they do.
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, 40. And you get kind of... Erland goes into a full sprint, and again, you've seen Erland at his full speed before. Right along the edge there, flat ground, enough for Erland to, fully get the most of his speed. Gets all the way up to the edge of the gate.
Brace myself
There we go,
up.
there we go.
Okay, the Goliaths don't do this round. Safira's up next.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and fire off a shot at this guy that's on the far left that Graven tried to target. I don't see, I guess I don't see if any of them are looking rough, do I?
They all look to some degree like poorly nourished, but not like, not like,
injured.
not injured.
Okay. That is 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Thought it might.
Plus 8.
It's plus 8.
It has hit.
Well, it hit. Oh. And that is 4 damage.
4 damage, okay.
Yep. Okay.
No
and I'm,
reaction at all from it as the arrow kind of sticks in.
That's creepy. I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay.
Hopefully. Okay, that is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Okay, that's 10 total damage, and I get to roll Colossus. So that's 12 total damage.
12 total there?
Yeah.
Great. Great, so the second one fires out, and this one, that other one just kind of grazed into the edge of the shoulder, and this one, like, straight on into the sternum, kind of, thunk, you hear it kind of hit, and...
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yes. Light.
Oh, these
what
guys
they
are
say.
very sad.
That's it.
Okay. I think I am fine where I am. I want to move up a little bit just so that I can... I don't want to get closer than like 60 feet of them, if that's okay. So where am I right now?
You're about 60 from
Okay,
most
I'm
of
gonna
them.
stay where I am then.
Okay,
for now.
great. Okay.
Human shield, Graven.
Yeah, Graven.
That takes us to Orba.
Okay, she's going to go for that leftmost guy. She has to get within 60 feet, so...
You just have to move up like a little bit. It's 10 there. Does that get you? Yep. One.
Just right behind Safira.
Yep, right behind Safira.
Yep, and I'm gonna ding his Dongarino, so go ahead and make a wisdom save.
5.
Fails. Okay, 2d12. 4. 3, 7 necrotic damage.
7. Okay. With the 2 arrows sticking out.
Jesus.
Okay.
You should be close. It's 19.
Okay, that takes us to now out of the surprise round. We're back to Graven
I
here.
will try to do the same again.
Okay. 13.
That will fail.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
2d12.
Come on.
19 necrotic damage.
There we go.
Necrotic.
Oh!
Do it. And with the 2 arrows and the ringing bell, one more time the head shakes, and this time it's like so violently that they fall over, like the head goes back and forth, and the against the side of the cliffside there, tumbles into a ball on the ground.
Do I see any ranged weapons on these?
Give me a perception check.
6.
The ones you can't see beyond the gate, like up to the top of the guardhouse. These ones right in front of you, these 3, they have spears which could theoretically be thrown.
Okay.
But yeah,
Got it.
not like a bow.
All right. I'm still within about 60 of all of them, even the farthest one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Maybe I'll just go a little to the left to get away from the edge.
Okay,
Maybe 5
sure.
feet. 5 feet forward to the left. Yeah,
Okay,
like
sure.
that, just there.
Yep. Okay, Erland.
How far away from the mechanism am I at this point?
Let's go.
Oh.
You'd have to go through and then over, but about 60, 65 feet, probably.
And do I see anyone on the other side at this point?
You haven't gone through yet. You do not, but you haven't gone through the gate, so it's a little hard.
Okay, I'm going to... 40 feet. Not gonna be able to stop.
And it would take an action to...
And I wouldn't be able to, like... And the gate's already open.
It is open, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if
And
you
I
needed
wouldn't...
to at any
And it's not possible to, like, hold a thing. Hold a mechanism so that someone else can't use it.
Yes.
Sure you could.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That would take an action, and it would be concentration, because you're, like, holding it and, like...
Okay.
Right.
Go for the one in the guard tower.
I think I can throw a dart that far. I'm gonna throw a dart at this guy who's about 5 feet away from me, sort of as I'm running past. I'm just gonna just try and hurt him for you, Safira.
Thank you. Please. Oh, you suck.
9 to hit.
So moving too quickly, tries to throw on the run, sprinting by. The dart just kind of goes by.
And then I'm just gonna use 40 feet movement.
Okay. Through the gate.
Through the gate.
All right. And give me a perception check as you come to the gate.
Oh god, no, yes!
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So there are 2 Goliaths.
Oh god.
What?
That had
Save my darts.
That had their backs kind of they're like slumped down on the ground, like hands on their knees, like staring off in the other direction, and both of them like slowly turn their heads as you come through, and you're moving so quickly that it's like hard for them to track you, but you see the 2 of them.
How far away from them am I right now?
25.
Is there a way for me as you had me sort of move through the door straight? Is there a way for me to move on a slightly more diagonal so that I can maybe get a little bit further away from
Sure, yeah. You were right here. We could say, yeah, you could move like 2 up as well.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
Sure.
I want to get like hopefully more than 30 feet away from me.
Yep,
Possible. That sucks. That's my turn.
Okay. Nothing else?
No.
All right. That will take us to the Goliath. So we'll go on the other side first. We'll swing around. And these ones that were kind of working on the edge here start to turn. We have 5 darts left, guys. Everybody turning. And these ones that Erland kind of ran by, they're getting up and they're moving so slowly that by the time they like look, they look toward the gate and Erland's like already through it. And they turn their attention back to you guys on the outside here. They're going to lumber 30 feet.
Lambe.
I wish I hadn't moved up. Stupid idiots.
Yes. Feet. Thanks to Jordan for designing these wonderful sort of
Oh,
emaciated
thank you.
Goliaths here.
Wow.
design
those
in Hero
creepy
Forge.
guys.
All right, so they get up close, and as predicted, they're like sort of taking weapons out. One of them grabs a spear, another one grabs a sword or a mason shield, another one grabs kind of a blade. The one with the spear hurls the spear at Graven.
What's your shield set to?
17.
Hits. Bludgeoning.
Jeez.
8 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
Sucks.
And the other two, without an ability to throw anything, are going to use their dash action to get closer. So Graven's sort of standing there. You watch as the kind of lurching towards you.
I've like 2 of them.
Yes! They're sort of shouting light over and over and over again. Okay, that was those. I'm gonna go around here.
Yeah.
How far are they moving? 30, I guess? 25?
They're in range.
30 feet.
Oh, shit.
Well, the other one didn't need to move 30. Okay, so the two here are gonna both make attacks. As they're kind of getting up and going towards you, it looks like they both have like a shield and one of them has a mace and one has a short sword. So rudimentary kind of simple weapons.
Cool.
They're both gonna make attacks. 18 to hit and 8 to hit.
8 misses, 18 hits.
The mace is gonna hit you, so it's gonna be bludgeoning, 6 bludgeoning damage. You feel that thump on your back as the creatures lurch towards you. And then you can hear up above some like shuffling of feet as something's kind of moving to look out.
Cool.
And you're at the angle that you're at, he can't see down. You even see the top of his head kind of bobbing and looking for a moment. Doesn't seem like he can like pinpoint where you are. And then he turns his attention out toward the exterior. And I think, yeah, you guys are back far enough. And he takes out a bow, a long bow. He's gonna fire at Graven there. 15 to hit.
Will miss.
15 misses, great. From the distance that it travels, like the weight of the arrow kind of pushes into your shield. And you move your shield, and by the time you're doing that, he fires off a second of a multi-attack here. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
7 piercing damage.
I will use Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
You don't think I'm going to do it?
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure.
Stone's Endurance, 1d12 plus 3. Yep, it's fully negated.
Great. So you, as you're moving the shield, the next arrow comes in, and you see it kind of coming right towards you. And you hear the arrow like snap off as it connects with your hard skin. That is the end of the blast turn.
Alright,
That takes us to Safira.
Okay, seeing how close that they've gotten to me, I want to kind of with my arm, like I want to kind of behind me, like shuffle Orba over with me towards the side, like a little bit closer to the...
Are you literally pulling her?
Yeah, I want to literally...
It's not an action. It would take, it's difficult movement, and she has to allow it.
Yeah, I just basically want to move us both like 5 feet in the direction towards the wall so that we're a little closer to the wall, and then like 5 or 10 feet back.
Okay, you feel her start to tug. Do you allow her to move?
To the side, yes, back no.
Okay.
Okay, you start to pull her to the side, so that takes 10 feet of movement because it's difficult terrain. So you pull her away from the edge, and then you start. Are you resisting?
Yeah, yeah.
Give me an athletics, contested athletics.
Oh, Jesus.
You too.
12.
13.
And she pushes
You
you
missed the
back.
one
a
where
little
we
bit.
just did a 7 and a 6.
So you sort of pull her to the side, push her back a little bit.
She's gonna move forward.
I know.
And I won't be able to move back.
Okay.
Okay, so now that I've kind of scooted myself, this guy that's rushed, well, I guess they're both rushing Graven.
Shoot Graven. Yep.
I am going to choose the one that I know has already been hit, which I don't remember which one.
They were not. Erland tried
that
to.
one's
and
the one
missed.
that's been hit?
The one is dead, and then Erland
the one that
missed.
was hit died. I forgot. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to fire off at one of these guys. Just do the one on the right.
Okay. Right in front of Graven there. Great.
Okay. 21 to hit.
We'll hit.
God, my simple math is bad. Okay, that is 6 piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
I'm gonna fire off another arrow at the
Great.
same guy. That's 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my god, that's pathetic. That's 4 piercing damage. I'm gonna use Colossus. That's 6 total damage.
Okay.
How much was that total?
That should have been 12 total.
And is
yeah.
is she shooting the one on the right there?
This one, right?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
that's
This one.
Alright, that's it for me.
Yes. Just.
Orba.
What?
They're so sad.
Oh, get over it. All right, Orba. Orba's gonna like crouch down low, put her hands together, and pull fibers from the ethereal plane, and use her bonus action to cast Scythe of Extinction.
There we go.
Sick.
Okay, and then she is going to come to Graven's right, staying within reach distance of that right guy, so not right up next to him.
Okay.
How much
You will have to come over here to the edge.
That's okay.
Okay.
How much movement was that? Sorry.
That was 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. She's going to cast Green Flame Blade and make an attack on the guy on the right. So I make a melee attack, and that's with the Scythe modifier. I had a little cheat sheet written down. Here it is. Alright, Scythe. That's a 9 to hit.
We'll miss.
Winds up the green flame, and just trying to do it with the extra bit of reach, you just don't quite get close enough. And the green fire sort of dissipates there on the mountainside.
Okay. And then 15 more feet. How much HP do you have right now?
Not much.
22.
Not as much as he should.
Orba's gonna take 15 feet forward and step in front so that if that third guy comes up, it doesn't go up to Graven. Shut up.
Okay. You could go here. Where do you want to go?
There.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that? No, never mind.
He would have to take would have to pass you for a attack of opportunity to get to Graven, I think.
He could still.
He
He
can
could
still,
throw a
or he
spear.
could attack me. Yeah. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, at the end of this round, before we go back to the top, one thing that you just kind of notice as the fight is kind of breaking out here, there's a lot of chaos, people moving quickly, objects flying, but something as Graven's sort of winding up his next attack and thinking, you realize that other than some like utterances of the yes and sort of heavy breathing and the clashing of weapons, they make no effort to like call out. You don't see anyone like run like to get help. Like they so are hyper focused on like the intruders that they see that they don't even kind of think or yell or indicate in any way that they're trying to alert someone of their presence.
So
I
me,
am so
me
glad
being
that
by
they're-
myself
yeah.
does nothing. They wouldn't have run.
It's good that other people aren't coming from up or down the
Yeah,
mountain.
that's true.
That's what I take out of that.
Takes us to Graven.
All right. Can I shuffle around this one to the right so that a 15-foot cone misses Orba?
Yes, this will be an attack of opportunity. If you go here, if that's what you're talking about.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. I didn't realize we were doing
All right. I can't angle. Can I angle a 15-foot cone just from there, like to hit him and not Orba?
Yeah, probably. I mean, here, this has a cone thing. Yeah. Like a 15-foot.
Yeah.
What's the length of it? Sorry.
I mean, it just says 15-foot cone.
I don't know if that's the
I think
radius
that's
or
the
the
length, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Or
would think
both?
it's both 15,
Like the
15.
base and the.
Yeah, because I can
Range area,
do.
15-foot cone.
Oh, it's usually what 45, I think, something like that. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So if I even angled it even a tiny bit more to the left, it would still get him and not her.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
What are you casting there?
So it is a first level burning hand.
Okay.
They have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. One on the left first. 11.
Fails.
On the right. 13.
Fails.
Okay.
Nice. All right. That is 3d6.
So for Orba and Safira, who are right there, because it's like so dark out, you guys are kind of, the shadows are moving back and forth. This flash of light that goes out, burst of this cone of flame. It's like blinding. It's like just a spark, as if you were in darkness, and like a flint kind of hit steel, and you see this flash. Go ahead.
14
There we go.
fire damage.
There we go.
14 fire damage. Excellent. So one of them is not injured. Great. Yeah, we kind of stopped doing this. Let's see if this
Oh.
still works. One of them, this one's at 26.
Nice.
You guys have
And this one has...
The biggest victory of them all. But damage.
Oh, yes. There we go. Okay.
Alright.
I just don't like that I'm fighting too.
And you see them, like, one of them even looks a little disoriented, like the light was confusing them. Like, they saw the flash of light and almost you see, like, a recognition of, like, excitement or like, they thought the light was their light, and then as the light begins to fade...
What? Can I quickly, like, I can give you more light. Stop fighting.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ooh, that's fun.
And which one are you saying it to?
I'm trying to both, but I have to choose
You can
one.
look into the eyes of one of them, or
Okay.
you can just kind of say it.
The one on the left.
Okay.
He's not going to get exploded this round.
Persuasion
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 6. No, 5. Oh my god. Persuasion 8.
8. You see nothing in their eyes that sort of registers what you said.
Yep.
But for a moment there was just
Yeah.
that brief flash of something more than that just dead, clear eyes, like, and then it returned to a kind of sort of blank stare.
Yep.
Okay, that takes us to Erland. Swing back around to the other side.
Cool. I'm gonna attack the guy on the right first, nunchaku attack, sort of bracing myself. Let's go, baby, nat 20.
Nice. Oh, let's fucking go.
Oh, fuck yeah. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16.
Knowing that
under
the
the
stakes
chin.
are high.
Whoa.
Erland pulls through.
So,
Double that Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters too.
and yeah, fuck it. Constitution saving throw, please.
There we go.
12?
Fails. He is stunned.
Nice.
Oh, that's
So when he's
fantastic.
stunned, is it auto hit or advantage?
Advantage. And auto crit if you hit.
Auto crit.
Whoa.
I believe that's right. Let me double check. But I'm pretty sure it's advantage on the attack and auto crit if you hit.
Can I have a peanut butter?
Yes.
Attacks have advantage. No, it's not an auto crit. I guess that's... What was that against? That must have been death saving throws or something. Yeah, so you do have advantage, but it's not an
Okay,
auto
great.
crit.
And he's stunned until the end of my next turn.
Oh,
Okay.
baby.
End of my next turn. Oh, that's so. All right, I'm gonna use another key point to use flurry of motherfucking blows.
There we go. Do it to him.
16 to hit.
That will
Nice.
hit.
There we go.
Oh, I've advantage. 16 to hit. So let's see if I was gonna crit.
Gotta take it.
That is 5 bludgeoning
There we
damage.
go.
And I assume he automatically fails a dex save.
He does.
So he's now prone.
Okay.
Ronan's done, baby.
Boink.
And
So as you hit him, it's difficult to tell the difference between like a stunned one of these guys and not. You hit him and he just has this kind of blank, and then you hit him again and falls on his back there.
so
Those weren't separate bonus actions, right, to use that?
no, it's not.
Stunning strike.
Stunning strike is not a bonus action. I'm going to use my second flurry of blows on the other guy.
Okay.
That's smart. Yes. 16 to hit.
That will hit.
So that is
Oh. You just
Just going through it.
full on.
9 bludgeoning damage.
That's full
And-
roll. That's full damage.
And he can't make a reaction until my next turn.
Oh. Nice.
And I am going to move 40 feet away.
Maybe
Where
the
are
key
you
is
moving?
having little confidence.
Straight.
Correction.
Guy on top, it didn't sound like he was moving downstairs. It sounded like he was.
Give me a perception check. You can't really. You can only see the top of his head.
Right, but no, but like, do I still see him up there shooting down? Or
No, but you remember he peeked over your side. determined that he couldn't see you and then went to a different spot, so you cannot see the
I don't think it
tunnels.
matters. I'm going to move 40. No, I'm going to move 40 feet. How far were they moving? 30 feet when they were moving towards me? I guess I didn't.
They moved all the way up to
Okay.
you, so it's-
I'm going to move 40 feet in this direction if there's enough room. South.
South. Like here?
Yeah, there's 40.
Oregon.
But I want to go full 40 feet though, so there we go.
Great.
Because I can now still get back to that stunned guy if I need to. Yes. Within one round, and I should be able to get.
He
to
is 35 feet.
And I should be able to get to the mechanism in one round.
You are also within, yeah. 35.
Great. That's my turn.
Okay.
Right, it's the Goliath.
So Erland's sort of summoning his strength as he feels himself kind of getting surrounded. A couple quick strikes that get him out of trouble. Moves away. Okay. The stunned one is stunned and prone. And this one, sort of moving sluggishly, unable to take reactions, is going to lurch toward this.
Well, that's good. Distract him. Because you're on that side. That's good.
I figure I can reopen it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once he breaks it.
If you're alive.
And he starts to pull. He's going to make an athletics check.
Ooh.
Larger left. He's going to fail.
Yes,
So he's
Eat it.
little booch.
And he kind of goes down into a squat. And he isn't able to kind of pull it all the way through. It's a pretty hefty lever that's there. That's his movement and his action. This guy can't do anything. And we go back to the outside. All right, this one who threw the spear now takes out a couple of like small knives, like little daggers. Yes! And is going to take a couple attacks on Orba here. 19 to hit and 8 to hit.
Shield. On the hit. Sorry.
Is
wait.
that enough? You don't have your armor.
Oh wait,
remember.
I
You never
don't,
used
so
that,
it's
yeah.
not enough. I take it back.
Okay.
Again, she goes, no, so that hits.
Okay. One of them hits for 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
So you just get stuck by the blade. And these other two that just were sort of flashed by Graven's light, now you see the kind of horror and disappointment set in as it isn't their light, and they're both going to go for attacks.
I'm gonna warding flare one of them.
Okay. First one with disadvantage. That is 8 to hit.
Miss.
And the second one, 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay,
There we
great.
go.
So another flare of light goes out, splash on the mountainside. A little disorienting.
Does that get their attention
Again, each time you see like, and then
Yeah.
as they realize that it isn't like the light that they're looking for. There's like just almost like chest-rising excitement, and then like the disappointment of not seeing what they want to see.
Yep.
Great. So both those attacks happen.
These mountains have been largely.
Orba would like to use a reaction to the attack.
You may,
actually.
yes.
Yeah. So Orba like clutches the part where she got stabbed, and then points a quick finger and channels some energy and rapid voltaic dash. Yeah.
Go ahead.
With lightnings.
What is it?
Go ahead and give me a dex save.
12.
Fails. Okay, so 2d10.
This one has not been hurt yet.
Right.
Oh, I could have put damage on the other one, but go ahead and do this.
Okay, 2d10. 9. 10. 19!
Oh my god. Jesus.
19 lightning damage.
You
I'm
tell
gonna
him.
go do these
You
ones.
do it to him.
10?
Do it to
Yeah.
him.
And a 9 out of 10.
Yep. Oh. I feel like I just popped a bad roll pimple. Oh, God.
Gross.
So sad.
Shut up. This is satisfying. That's it. That's what it is.
No pus on the battlefield.
I understand. That is
Only blood.
Only blood, no
tears.
And with a burning sort of, or not burning, sort of an electric kind of crackling energy goes out from her belt, fills the area around, and Graven has to kind of bring up his shield as you feel like it's not damaging, but you feel like the hair on your arms rising just from the static energy in the air. Okay.
Alright, sorry.
I think that was, oh no, the one with the bow, that's his turn, last one. Great, so sort of slowly and methodically fires out an arrow. That's gonna be at Graven.
I can see this guy from where I am, right?
You can, yep.
How is he?
He's gonna have partial cover looking up at him, because he's behind these like battlements there.
I have partial cover behind the Goliaths.
You do not. Damn it. Not if it's, allies of his. 3 to hit.
Oh, miss, baby.
And, dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that land.
5 piercing damage.
Okay.
That's the last one. We are now to Safira.
Okay, I'm kind of like looking up, trying to see if I can get an angle on that guy, and I don't know if I'm gonna
Distance on him.
That's gonna be
120 feet.
Okay. So then it would still be with disadvantage.
It wouldn't be with disadvantage. He would have extra AC from the partial cover.
I'm gonna try to hit him.
Okay.
That's fucking annoying.
Yes.
13 to hit.
That'll miss.
We're
Yeah.
gonna try-
So
we're gonna
the arrow
try.
flies out, and you see he doesn't duck, but it hits the battlement
I'm gonna
right
try
in front
one more
of him.
time, and
Yep, go
that
ahead.
might make this turn useless. I apologize, guys. 15 to hit?
That will miss with the battlements with the extra bit of AC.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay. Any movement or anything?
No.
Okay.
Stay where I am.
Stays there. Looks up at the sort of watchtower there. All right, we go to Orba.
Alright, Orba's gonna turn her attention back to the guy with 26 damage on him. And again, she's gonna cast Green Flame Blade and try to make an attack on this guy.
Go ahead.
Oh, baby.
Does she get advantage because I'm so close or anything like that? No.
That's pack tactics.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like a
I was gonna say
particular
that's-
ability.
14 to hit.
Miss.
Jeez.
Okay.
Ones with melee armor, more melee weapons, more heavily armored than the
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. That takes us to Graven.
Toll the dead on the one behind Orba.
Okay. 11.
That'll
There we
fail.
go. There we go.
That'll fail.
Wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
12.
No.
Still fails.
Yes. 13 necrotic damage.
There we go.
Damage, okay.
33.
Not quite.
What did you say?
13.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuckers. And I'll fucking put up my
tell him.
shield.
Yeah, no reaction to the sound at all. I mean, you got a reaction from like the flashes and stuff,
I
but
know, I
not
can't
from the
do
sound. All right, we go to Erland.
More green makes more.
I'm gonna use my movement to get back to that dude who's stunned.
Okay. 35 feet
Okay, cool.
movement.
So we're gonna go nunchaku attack down on him.
With advantage.
Okay. 25 to hit.
There we go. There we go. Oh god. Why did you do that?
Don't worry about it. 5 bludgeoning damage. And I am just going to use my bonus action for unarmed strike.
Oh my god.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Double hit.
Okay. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That was a hefty punch.
Yeah, it was.
So while he's down, still sort of stunned.
And I still have, it was 33 feet, so I still have like 7 feet of movement.
We do it.
5, oh, sorry,
You have
5 feet of movement. Okay, I'm gonna take 5 steps directly away from the guy with 9 damage.
Like here.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
And now he is unstuck.
Yes. Okay.
And
Alright.
do I see the guy shooting at my friends?
Give me a perception check.
16.
No.
Damn.
From that angle, I mean, even like, I'd love to like get the angle. I don't think let's go all the way up. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, given that he's not like at this side of it, you could probably see it if he was there. But that there's like these statues up here.
Okay.
Not much to see there.
Do I see him shooting? Do I see arrows
Yeah,
being
you
loosed
see
from
arrows
there?
getting loosed from the battlements. Yeah.
Okay, so I know he's there.
Yes.
Okay, great. So then I'm just gonna sort of no, I don't want to yell.
go. That's a bad idea, John. That's my turn. Shut up.
I mean, we've been making a lot of noise.
We have been.
Fire, lightning.
Yeah, I don't want to yell.
Yeah, it hasn't been loud.
Okay. Fair.
You haven't used any spells that are like booms. It's been like crackling flames.
Okay.
Yeah, like someone close would hear, but it hasn't been like super loud.
Gotcha.
Okay, the Goliaths are up. All right, this guy's gonna slumber his way up here. That's half his movement. He's gonna come over here. He's gonna take his attack. Yes.
Stop saying that, weirdo.
18 to hit.
Ow.
Same still hits, doesn't it?
So
Okay. That's the one with the mace. 4 bludgeoning damage. And then this one here
Still
is gonna pulls back as hard as he can. That will do it. Okay, so you guys hear, and very quickly the metal gate falls.
Oh, very quickly. That's good. Good.
Yeah, it doesn't. It takes just one kind of round.
Love being separated from you guys.
Okay, that's those.
You got one
two.
guy on you. You'll be fine.
I got 2 guys on me.
All right, the one with the daggers on Orba very quickly here. 14 to hit, 3 to hit, or 4 to hit. 14 and 4.
14 to hit. Shield.
Okay, neither of those hit. These ones on Graven here once again.
Warding flare again.
The first one, great.
Yep.
That'll do it. Natural 20 and 8 to hit. So that one fails.
Shit.
And then the second one, 14 to hit.
On
the person.
Sorry? On the...
Those 2 rolls were the first person because it was the
Yeah,
disadvantage.
and then
now
14
to hit.
misses.
Great. So another volley of attacks. Flash of light. Graven moving back and forth, sort of working his way between these two. And then as you're pushing and the light goes out, you feel another arrow coming in your direction.
Yep.
9 to hit.
Miss.
And 16 to hit.
Just hits.
7 piercing damage.
Baby.
And that's gonna be all of them there. All right, we go to Safira.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time to hit this guy because
Okay.
it feels important.
Great.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
Okay,
There we
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh!
Arcs the arrow, and Erland on your side, you hear kind of a.
Yes.
Oh, nice is right. That's 10 total damage.
Great.
And we're gonna try again, even though I know that this is.
Hey,
This is.
Don't quit. It's great. Just do it great.
Last time I berated
Be great, even late.
There you go.
19 again!
So Safira sort of lining up the almost like you've been sort of practicing your range. You finally find it, lob 2 arrows.
Okay. Oh. Alright, that's 5 damage. I'm doing Colossus, and that's 10 total damage.
Great.
Okay.
A couple of arrows sticking to him up there in the tower.
Alright,
Okay.
that's. I'm not moving, so that's it.
Okay, that takes us to Orba.
All right. Quick question.
Yep.
Actually, 2 quick questions. I apologize. How loud is lightning bolt?
It's not a boom, but it is like a crackle, like a loud crackling, but not like.
Could you think it sounds like a tree falling?
That's interesting.
Doesn't quite sound like that.
Okay. It may not matter.
If for someone, if they were really far off, maybe, but.
Okay. If I get on the opposite side of 32 damage, can I get those 3 guys in a line theoretically?
Sure.
5 foot wide,
Yeah.
and not hit my best friend?
Yes. By shooting, it's only 5 feet wide, right?
Yes.
And it only has to clip their space there, so yes.
Such a problem.
Several things I would like to say.
I mean, I know it's not a cone, but yeah.
I guess Orba's gonna take a second and turn to Graven because she thinks he might be in range of this attack before she moves. That was all in theory.
No. I will blast them with light. Next.
So not clear.
Yep, I agree.
Not what I want.
That's all you can say to her.
Damn this! And she's gonna go into that position right there, and she's gonna cast lightning bolt and hit all 3 of them.
Okay.
So
God,
give
what if
me
that's not gonna cause an avalanche?
dexterity saving throws.
Okay, we'll do 14 damage first. 9,
Fails.
26 damage.
Oh god.
4,
Fails.
and 14.
Fails.
Okay.
There we go.
15 save, baby.
Here we go.
All right, so they take
Here we go.
86 lightning.
Okay.
4. I got it.
86. Holy shit.
Okay,
You
here we
want
go.
this or you got
I got it. Okay. Oh, okay. 10, 15. 15 plus 12 is 27. Yes. 30 lightning damage.
30 lightning damage. This absolute sort of blinding flash of sort of voltaic sizzling energy rattles across the ground there, and like bits of snow are like puffing up from the ground as the bolts kind of work their way across, almost like they're walking across the ground. It hits the first one, and hits the second one, and the third one. And when the lightning finally dies down,
Oh my
All three
god.
of them?
That's pretty sick.
Yes, can she reap from that?
At second level, you gain the ability to reap life energy from creatures you kill with your spells. Once per turn, when you kill one or more creatures with the spell of first level or higher, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell's level, or 3 times if it's School of Necromancy, which it's
it is not school.
right? You don't get any of it if it's killing constructs or undead. So
Twice the spell's level. What's the spell's level?
6. So even though I kill multiple
It's when you
things,
kill one or more, you get twice. Yes. So
Okay, so
still,
I-
but you regain 6 hits.
Oh my
and
god.
I get Fatal Draw.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So when the lightning kind of
That's a
dies
turn.
down, Graven opens up his eyes. Orba's standing there, and she sort of, you can see the necrotic energy from the fatal draw sort of in her
charred
fingertips.
flesh, the smell of charred flesh filling my nostrils.
And she's gonna look to both of you. Let's go!
Get cover from the arrows,
And
go!
She hasn't, oh wait, she moved like 10?
10 feet,
15?
yep.
She's gonna get closer to that door.
20 feet. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. That takes us to Graven.
Ugh, where does 30 feet get me to?
Feet gets
Can I see anybody through the doorway there within 60?
Give me a perception
Oh,
check.
is it closed?
Yeah, it is closed.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Ah,
closed.
Shit.
Um,
Perception check?
Yep.
14.
You can see that one on the other side of the gate there. This one here.
Is he within 30, 40, 60 feet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
Oh, that's close.
is. 55
Told the
feet.
dead, told the dead.
Okay.
Do there.
Graven catches sight of that
Good
creature.
little
Oh,
door.
Wisdom save.
No, I was enjoying that. That was a happy place.
where nobody is. 13.
That'll fail just.
Nice.
I'm up.
13 necrotic
13.
damage.
And he gives you kind of a look. He's holding his weapon and his shield up. Sort of, you see almost like just a little bit of fear in the eyes as he falls.
Do any of these guys that we've been running past killing look like any of the descriptions that we saw?
No. I think someone asked that.
But
about
on
the
the
front
other
floor.
side. 'cause we didn't see the people on the
No.
other
These
side.
two do not match that description. Okay. Anything else?
I've used full movement in a spell and an action. So
Okay. We're over to Erland.
40 feet towards the guy with the thing. The mechanism. I'm a fucking dumbass and didn't do 2 nunchaku attacks last time.
Did you see chat?
Oh,
making money
no.
They're right.
Oh.
They were like that idiot Goliath.
10.
Erland's like swinging his thing. He's like, I don't need this.
10 to hit.
10 will miss.
My second nunchaku attempt.
Hey.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
There you go.
8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning damage. Great.
Do I, when I was moving over there, do I see my friends sort of finished with the people on the outside?
You could
there?
certainly see like Graven and Orba like approaching the gate. Yes, you could see that.
Okay.
We're with you.
Then in that case, I shall not do that. I will simply
Do a little dance.
Do a little dance.
I will
Tends to Buffmere.
yes. I'll just use my unarmed strike.
Okay.
We do it.
That's 21 to hit.
There we
Hit.
go. There we go.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Guys, we figured it out. We figured out how to play.
Another good strike to the back as he's just finished pulling the lever.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. That takes us to the Goliaths. So, the only person I think that can see this person right now because they're far enough away is Safira. Give me a perception check.
15.
15. The Goliath reaches sort of over to his quiver to grab another arrow. Finds no arrows in his quiver.
Okay.
Starts to walk
Oh no.
over the edge.
Oh,
he
God.
looks over the edge
Oh
here.
god. Oh my god.
And he sees Erland down below.
Onto me?
And he starts to
No,
climb
no,
up
no.
the edge.
Erland, heads up! Above you!
I'll say, given your perception check, that you were able to see this and shout to him, give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh, thank you, Safira, my friend. 24.
24. Okay, you're going to take half damage here as he gets up to the edge.
Oh my god.
Is he a projectile?
No.
Catch him, throw him at his friend.
And he's
Throw
gonna
back.
come
Oh my god.
crashing down. He is going to take
A shit ton of. That's like
50 feet there, and it's it's a d6 for every 10 feet. Is that right?
or is it a D4?
It's a D6.
I think it's a d6.
Per 10?
Let me double check. Yeah.
This is like some sad WWE.
What's he gonna do to you?
It is.
Ah.
My God, where the heck did he come from? Oh, it's a Goliath. This has never happened in the history of
Peek beneath the veil!
1d6 for every 10 feet that they fall.
How stupid.
So he's going to take 5d6 worth of damage here.
Jesus Christ.
buddy.
18 damage.
Is that enough to plop
Yeah,
him?
he did okay, actually.
What does he
Considering.
have?
He's at 20.
Wow.
He's brown.
He is prone.
Yeah, I would think he's prone.
Crashing down. And Erland looks at the body and you expect him to kind of be out and you just see like a
Give up.
sort
Give
of
up.
bleeding, one arm kind of broken and back behind his
Oh
back.
no.
And you take, from me, take half of 12 bludgeoning, which is 6 bludgeoning.
Thank you, Safira.
So just as Erland hops out of the way, like his head kind of clips you on the shoulder on his way down, falling all the way to the ground.
My goody.
Oh.
goodness.
Okay, and he lies there prone, and the other Goliath is this one who turns around after using the lever
You tell.
and is going to just make a standard attack. It's not going to do it. 12 to hit.
Will not do.
Wow.
Swings at you, and it's going to stay there just kind of staring at you. Okay, that takes us to Safira.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna run up as far as I can.
30 feet, unless you're dashing.
Yeah, might as well just dash because there's no one I can attack here. Well,
you
actually,
could
can I?
thread
I was
the
gonna say,
needle
can I
there.
thread the needle and shoot someone through that? Or...
I think you need to be closer. The angle's not quite right there.
Okay, then
Just
I'm
curve it like Wanted.
Yeah, I know. I have to bend it like Beckham. I'm gonna run up then and dash.
Yeah.
And
If you
that's-
get right at the end of your dash here, where you are, you can see this one here, or that's our one. This one.
Right. So
here,
then, yeah. I'm just when I get there, I'm
Great.
gonna.
Erland, can you get the gate up? You alright?
Yes, there's 2 here. In a moment.
Okay, then I'm just waiting there.
Okay, Orba.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get vision through this door onto one of those 2 dudes.
Get all the way up 15 feet to the gate. You need vision. I think you can-
Do I need vision?
This one you
Yes.
can. This one you can see.
The one with the lever?
Yes.
Great, that's the one I want. I'm gonna Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
17.
That's all I do.
Okay.
Right?
Do I hear her go up to the, like maybe touch the? Can I tell that she's there?
She ran in front of you. What do you mean?
I don't see
Oh,
her. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you probably heard me. It's got verbal.
Yeah.
You
if I-
heard footsteps running by.
Okay. All right. Let me get a shot in, Orville. I'm coming behind you.
Okay.
We're like 4
There's not a lot of space to get sight on that guy.
Okay, can I move? Did I have additional movement there?
Yes, that was only 50. You can.
Yeah, I'll try to just get out of his way then.
Okay.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm next, I'm running right up to try to get the same angle.
Right, you can do same person. This one over here with the
Same
24
spell,
damage.
wisdom save.
Good, I'm Graven.
Natural 20.
Oh my blessed blessings.
Cantrips, man.
Holding
They're
onto
fickle.
the gate like,
You tell me.
get him, Erland! And I'll wait. How much?
Do you like grab the gate and rattle it?
Yes.
Give me an athletics.
Oh,
Athletics
you're gonna
check?
rip it?
It's a shit gate, bro.
13.
13.
He's not.
As you sort of rattle the gate, it's not as heavy as you expect. It's made of mostly wood with like some like iron bolts and lashings between it. You don't think that you could like bust it open, but you might be able to lift it up enough for
Slowly.
someone else to slip under it.
Okay.
But not with that athletics check.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus, I've already taken an action.
Yes,
this turn.
you can do that.
And beep boop beep. I will, if I have any movement, I'll take us 5 steps back to see if somebody else
Okay,
can.
great. Just you
Get in there.
Come back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, it's Erland.
All right, Erland.
All right, to the half-dead guy on the ground. Nunchaku attack, sort of, almost as an afterthought. 10. Oh, advantage because he's down.
Yes.
24 to hit.
That
So
one.
embarrassing. You just missed while he's on the ground.
2 broken arms, bleeding. He's like,
5 bludgeoning damage. Does that put him out?
He hits him in the arm that's like mostly unattached.
and that will take him out of the fight. There.
Okay, my second Nunchaku attack. Back to the point, to this guy over here. That's 13 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay, we're going to use...
I think we can.
Yeah, we're going to use a key point for Flurry of Blows.
Don't waste all your key points.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And he cannot make an attack of opportunity, and I am going to move 40 feet away from him.
Okay. In which direction?
In the direction where he can't get me, so directly away from him.
Away. Away.
Great. And as you start to run away, you see him like reach over for an attack, but the way you kind of hit him, you can see that it pains him. He's like leaning in. He makes like a feeble swipe at you without able to attack as you go by. Okay. All right. He can't take any. He's just gonna lurch in your direction here. 30 feet. He's gonna dash 10 feet. He can't attack, but he sort of lumbers his way over to you there.
I might not be able to see him now.
Okay, that takes us to Safira. And
Okay, so now that I'm up at the gate, can I thread the needle here and see him?
he is no longer within kind of vision there. You saw Graven rattle the thing. You could attempt to partially lift it and attempt to let someone go under.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Graven, get under, and I'm gonna try my best to.
The biggest
Give me an athletics
guy.
check.
Sneak in under. Oh no.
Strong 5.
Safira's like, get under! She lifts it like a quarter of an inch off of the ground.
Can I can't. This is another. I can't. ask
That's
for
an
help.
action,
Help.
yeah. Graven, come on! All right, Orba, you're up.
Okay, I don't have vision,
You do
correct?
not have vision, yeah. There's a little bit of like a hallway there, yeah, so it's hard to
That's
see.
fucking dumbass, Erland.
Okay.
It's just the one,
so
thankfully.
Orba's gonna spit in her hands and try to lift this stupid goddamn
With Safira
thing.
already there, you can have advantage on that.
Hey.
All right, and what's the check? Sorry.
Athletics check.
Athletics. I'm good at this.
Well, one's almost 10.
That's shut the fuck up. Well.
And with Orba and
Double.
Safira,
No.
Orba looks back this time. Come on, Graven! It comes like another couple inches off the ground, but not.
Lie
enough
down,
to-
idiot.
Squeeze! As she's like,
Try harder!
As she's trouble lifting it, she's gonna shout, Erland, get him in sight! We can't see it! And that's it. That's it.
You fuck.
All right, that takes us to Graven.
Can I get in there?
All three
Is
of
someone
us?
willing to move out of the way as he
Sure,
comes
I'll move
through? Okay, so Orba sort of quickly shifts out and
I'm just still standing there.
Lennox with it.
Okay. 24.
24. Graven is able to lift the gate enough. You are concentrating right now
Okay.
on lifting the gate.
Yep.
Yes, you are able to.
Are we both concentrating, or is it just
No,
us?
just Graven.
Okay.
So you help him start to get it up, and then Graven gets an arm underneath, and he's sort of just holding
So
it there.
can I go under?
You could go under, yes.
I'm gonna go under.
Well, on your turn, you can go under.
Oh, I'll wait.
No, I like to do it now.
I want now.
How about now?
Erland, you're up.
All right, motherfucker. Seems sort of running towards me, nunchaku attack.
Here we go. Oh.
Fuck me, 10 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh no! Oh no!
10 to hit.
Oh, that
I can't use another key point.
no!
Using my extra unarmed strike.
Run the other way.
That is 17 to hit.
Miss, and then pop.
5 bludgeoning
5
damage.
bludgeoning damage.
So close. You
Um,
probably could have ended that.
I could have ended this fight rounds ago. That would be very stupid if I moved.
No.
Yes, it would be very stupid.
my
You would
God.
attack-
Now we
you would
have to
attack
get
me
up.
twice. Yes.
Alright,
That's my turn.
All right. Somehow, this Goliath got an extra turn in here, so he's gonna make an attack on Erland. Natural 20.
What are you
That is-
bro?
15.
Dude.
Okay, wasn't a great roll. That's 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
With what's last bit of energy, throws out like a whipping strike with its sword. Slashing damage, actually. You killed the one with bludgeoning damage. Slashing damage. Hits you across it. A little blood opens up on your chest and starts to spill down.
Wow.
And that's all it's gonna do. It only has the one attack.
We were very clear, Matt, that we wanted you to roll poorly.
That guy should be dead. Safira, you're up.
Okay.
Whose fault is that?
So I'm gonna run through then.
Okay,
if
you
I can.
Yes. You
And
may.
as soon as I get through, I'm gonna try to take aim at this guy who
Alright,
should
you may.
already be down.
Come on.
17 to hit.
That will hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Oh, 11.
11 and
damage.
Safira, why don't you
Oh my God.
show us how it's done here?
Just sort of line up, get it right between his eyes, and immediately, Erland, what the hell is wrong with you? And then run over to try to get the mechanism up for the gate.
Your kill cams are less about the kill and more about the insult.
Well, to be fair, my attack is an arrow attack. Like, what do I?
It's a burn cam.
Like,
You slide through the gate, knees across the ground.
nah, Safira's not that cool. She just ran in, stood strong,
and
hit
then
him,
insulted her.
and then said, "Hey, you idiot!"
Okay.
And finally, the last one, and with its last breath, sort of falls to the ground at Erland's feet there.
Wait until Orba get through,
Oh, okay.
and then
Go
I'll
under.
actually.
Can
Yeah.
I run and get the lever?
I mean, I can step
Yeah,
in and let it
I'm
fall
sorry,
behind
go
me,
ahead.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, and
sorry.
Safira was on her way over to Safira, and Orba comes over the two of them, and you can feel the weight come off your shoulders. Duck underneath to the other side.
Let's close the lever, right?
All right,
close
wait. What they were working on the other side just then, if there are a few large logs that we can take from it, we might want to use them later. Somebody come with me and we'll get a few of the big pieces. Where they were working on the right-hand side, you said they were kind of shoring
Those
up?
pieces had already been cut into shapes to kind of buttress the wall.
If Erland goes into that little watchtower, and I sort of search around in there.
You go over to the door, and as you push on it, it's very flimsy. It looks like it's been bashed open long ago. Kind of creaks open, and there's a pile of logs in there, kind of leaning up against the far wall, like 5 or 6 of them.
In that case, I'll just start taking bodies from where, like, the lightning damage and stuff and dragging them towards the structure.
On the other side of the camp.
Let's clean this shit up.
Let's bring them into the watchtower.
Yeah, one by one, each body, bring them into the tower. Yep.
1 log each between 2 of us? So 2 logs. 2 logs total.
Wait. We want to keep going right now?
Can we rest? Do we have time?
Yes, we should rest in this watchtower, shouldn't we?
I think
we know where the cold light
we know
walker
where it
is.
is, yes.
But as soon as the Goliaths start discovering that we've been killing off half of their population, they're going to get upset.
Listen, the gate is closed and they seem, I don't know, possessed in some capacity. They don't seem to be that... Look, if they were smart, they would have started calling for reinforcements, which they obviously have.
If we close the gate, and we're approached by more Goliaths, we can always interrupt our
Well, at
rest
least
and
we have a
attack
vantage point. We could climb up to the top of the watchtower and then we could presumably rain fire on them, or at least I could, from above.
I think
which
we
is
should
not a bad
try
position.
just a brief rest.
If
yes?
you all
Brief rest.
Oh, a full rest, you think?
You think a long rest is out of the question? I understand.
I think the reason...
I feel like I need to heal myself, I need to heal you, and then I will have very little stores.
I am doing okay. Please take care of yourself. A rest is not going to benefit me much, but I trust your judgments. My one concern is if we do a long rest, I also just don't know how quickly this cold light walker's healing itself. What if it gets stronger?
The giant came through here possibly a week ago.
Look, we should assume that we're probably going to hit at least one more of these checkpoints, maybe, before we go all the way up.
We don't know that for sure.
No, but we know that we're probably going to meet more Goliaths, so there's a possibility that we get even more hurt. And if we face this thing, even more beat up than we are now, then I'm not sure we'll make it out alive.
I agree with Graven. We try and spend the night here.
Maybe we could scout ahead for a little bit.
I think that's more dangerous. If we wait here, there's no other way for it to come down.
There's no way. Goliaths aren't going to discover us for 8 hours.
Then we interrupt our rest, and nothing has changed.
I mean,
Right?
Orba's right.
What would have
They're
changed?
going to find us. We have to assume that they're going to get on the other side of this gate, and they're gonna, I don't know, start scaling the wall. I mean, that's the thing. We have a benefit here of perhaps the only place around this mountain that's going to be safe for us to rest. It might not be, but I don't, unless you imagine that we're gonna hit another one of these guard towers, take out everyone in the state that we're in, and then go on to fight.
I don't think we can count on there being another guard tower.
I agree. I think we have to stay here for at least a short period of time. I don't know about 8 hours, but, you know, at least a short period of time. Will you be alright with just a short respite or no?
I mean,
It doesn't help your healing at all, does it?
it won't help me being...
I think, what is the disadvantage of trying to rest and interrupting it?
Getting
If we
surrounded.
shoot for a long rest and it becomes interrupted, can it be translated into a short rest? Or is it like, you're fucked?
No, we've done this before. If you've gotten at least an hour's worth of rest, you can get the benefits of the short rest instead.
We won't be, they don't seem to be calling for help, they seem to be mindless.
And if anything, I think just maybe 1 or 2 at a time might come by, either with a log or going to get another log.
Okay, let's set up for a long rest. You need the rest more than anyone, correct? Because if we can keep you at the long rest and pick off 1 or 2 Goliaths,
that's true.
that
If
stroll
we
by-
sacrifice a rest, but you get the full rest.
That's true. If anything, what I was going
That's
to
a good
suggest is I can go up to the top of the watchtower,
And shoot
stay
down.
there, and...
Do you need a long rest for any reason?
No, I mean, I could do with a short rest if it's available, I suppose, but I'll be fine either way. So I can stay up through the night and I can watch, and you know, hopefully you can
If
rest
it gets
up enough
bad,
to
you
be
can
alright.
wake me up.
We will rise you, yes, but let's prioritize getting you back to your full strength.
I
Yeah.
should heal you now, then, right now, so that I can regain that and you can get the benefit of it.
Right, that's a good idea.
Are you comfortable with that if you do not get the long
Yes,
rest?
yes.
Okay. Does anybody else need the healing more than I?
He looks like shit. I feel fine.
I think that I should also try and long rest. I'm not very useful anyways fighting through a gate. You, between the two of you could.
It won't be through a gate. We'll be inside this tower, and they'll be able to come to this wooden door right
It's gonna be either side, I think.
Right.
Two people were chopping down trees and two are
Well, the
ferrying.
concern is that we get surrounded on both sides, but we'll deal with that one.
If we fight during a long, if I'm like on watch, for example, and I like fight, does that ruin the long rest?
Yes.
It can, unless it's a quick, like, if you, like, went out and quickly dispatched of something and then went right back. But if a full-on fight breaks out, it would interrupt your long rest.
Let's try Safira and I holding off. We
Wake
can
me
take on two
first.
Goliaths.
Wake me first.
Yes.
We wake Graven if there's a real problem.
All right, Safira.
Okay.
Let's get a good vantage.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait, I think you have to be a willing creature.
I'm unwilling. Just like,
hold on,
no,
ready?
I don't accept this.
Cure wounds. A creature you touch. No. No choice.
You don't get a choice.
I'm gonna do a second level again. Seriously?
You have 25 HP.
Oh my god, I
healed
thought you
from
had
the
way.
lightning bolt.
Yeah, but I thought that was temporary.
It is. It's temp HP, so you're gonna get rid
From
of
big-
that.
No, she's not long resting though.
I regain
Oh.
hit points. That's Grim Harvest. That's something else that's my temp.
Oh.
Never
Fucking
mind.
heal me, bro.
Okay. What's happening here?
I have 7 HP.
Orba recoils from your healing hand.
You don't need it. A short rest will be enough for you, then.
I'll be okay. That's what I was saying. You were saying this the whole time.
Level 2.
I actually might not need long rest, honestly. If he heals me up full, then I'm not
You
going
need keep. Oh, you need short rest.
to short rest is key points. I just need
Go
help.
ahead.
I'm just
Oh.
hopefully better than 2 ones.
Hopefully better than 2 ones.
12 HP.
Okay,
There we go. That's pretty good.
better than fun.
Graven leaps into the
A little further removed from the disappointment of Uzni, Grom, the Gale, and Bufmir, and Graven feels some of his magic strength return to him. It channels that into Erland.
All right.
Kind of look around at this ramshackle interior of this dusty, cold kind of.
If something happens, you wake me first.
Yes.
In an emergency, we wake the Goliath.
Right, we're going upstairs.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Is there a way to like board up this door?
There's big ass fucking logs, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take a
let's
few
do
minutes
it.
to stack some logs
Yeah,
on there.
stack logs
Yeah.
on the inside portion of the door. Yeah.
In like a wedge shape, like
You can definitely do that. It would take, if you needed to get out in a hurry, you'd have to clear them, but you can definitely do that. You can reinforce.
small wedge. yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And Safira and Orba, you kind of, there's 2 floors. The second one, they're all empty. It's like broken boxes and nothing really here. 2 floors and then like a thin kind of ladder that goes up to that top portion.
Okay, I'm gonna start climbing.
Right, so it's a creaky, kind of flimsy ladder that you slowly work your way up.
Careful on
Poke
this
your
one.
head up top.
Okay.
Look around. Pull yourself up to the top battlement there. You follow her up.
Yeah.
Right, so the 2 of you kind of standing there. It's cold. The interior of the guard tower was definitely not warm, but it feels like a roaring fire compared to like standing out on the top of this guard tower. The wind like whipping through as you're
If
looking
we were
around.
to like sit down with our backs against,
It would help against the wind a little bit. Yeah, the air is very cold, but that would help a little bit against the wind.
Alright.
You wouldn't be able to see out as far.
I'm gonna take a look. For now, you take a rest. I'll watch, and then we'll switch, yeah?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm kind of standing up, like pulling my coat against the cold, and
Sure.
I'm just gonna like take a
Like,
look
back
down
against
this-
those like big statues.
And I'm
that
gonna
were up
kind of
there.
divide my time so that I'm looking out this way and then turning around and looking out back the way that people come down the mountain.
Sure. And in the interior, Raven and Erland, after propping up the door, some of these logs.
Erland's gonna sleep with his back there. Like, if they fell, would they crush me? Or, like,
If someone like kicked the door, you might get like boom, bonk,
Oh.
but
would that hurt me or would I just wake me
Yes.
depends
up?
on how hard they hit it again.
Okay, I'll lie down next to the door so that if people start kicking at it, I wake up.
But that hurt
I mean,
me.
if someone starts kicking the door, you'll hear it. You'll definitely wake up.
I'll find a corner and just quickly.
Everyone
Sit
kind of
down.
nestled in. Very quiet here, other than the wind whipping through. And as Safira is kind of looking back and forth in either direction, you take kind of one look up to kind of see where you guys are headed. And you're not that far from the top. Like one more kind of loop around, and then you'll be up at that kind of plateau.
Okay.
You give one line look.
I don't see any guard towers on my way up there.
No, I mean you can't see around. It goes
I know you can't
around
see
the hill,
around,
yeah. But you kind of just look up and just thinking on, you know, what may lie ahead up there at the top of the hill, and that's where we're gonna end.
Stop!
I mean, I used a lot of stuff. I used all my warding flares.
Yeah. We need you to rest.
It is very possible that
10
someone comes by, but if you can take care of them in a timely manner, it may
Or just with 2 people.
Yes, or just if you're able to sort of carefully spread your resources and time.
We're in a good position. We're in a really strong
Yes,
position.
I mean the position itself is very well fortified, all things considered, and as far as you've been in the Skybowl, this is the best place to rest you've seen. Like, it maybe even be slightly better than the cave that you spent with Praxis. Like, it's quite enclosed here. Has a little bit of a musty smell. But
well fortified against anything below.
Yeah, it stinks.
You wouldn't imagine that there is a lot of people staying up at the top unless the house is fully built.
If we can just, like, get Graven through 8 hours, we're okay.
It's like explosions
going
off.
Graven like opens an eye, and you're like,
shh.
One of us is just on duty, like plug his ears, like it's fine.
People jumping in front of spears getting thrown at me.
I
wake up.
Like the thing in the Firefly Jane Cobb thing where there's fighting on the ship, and he like wakes up for a second, and he rolls over, and all his guns are like on the back wall.
Yeah, and he goes back to bed. Let's see. Have Maniac resubscribe for 17 months, and then Ali Slayer did 200 bits. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
No.
Next week we're on the cusp here, so we'll see if we're able to get regain as much strength as possible during that time. And I also believe that is the last episode before a little Christmas break.
2020. Wait.
2022.
Yeah.
2022.
Did I get the year
I
wrong?
just forgot what year it was. It's fine.
It's a big year.
Means nothing.
2020. Right?
So hopefully we go into the holiday break with a big bang, with a big excitement.
We have to take
very
2
nice
weeks off before killing this.
Stop! Don't even.
You guys strategized very nicely there as you sort of approached, and we'll find out what's in store for us next time.
Graven was just like,
we fucked it up.
Thank you, chat, for correcting.
yep. Keeping us honest.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week, same
Thank
time.
you.
Sunday, 7 o'clock. See you there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.